eaten alive while everyone takes a short rest on the bridge above.
I only made it about 3/4 of the way through the last one.
Yeah.
Last video. Which is crazy because I was like, I thought I already watched it this morning. I was like, oh wait, I haven't watched it all.
I forgot to add it to like the playlist until a little while ago. I can do. I'm just gonna go right to the pretty much the end of it all. But
let's get in it.
Let's get some.
Oh yeah.
So
This is what we talked about.
You look down from the dilapidated, broken rope bridge number 2. Moistures slowly brimming in the lower eyelid of a row who is stuck down in the thick, gooey webs with his legs and arms entangled in the broken bits of rope still dangling at the other end of the bridge. And you see
I'm
him
splayed out. Help
caught
me.
between
Am I supposed to be aroused?
one end of the bridge and a dead Quaggoth corpse slowly being fed upon by a wounded winged vulture demon. Behind them you can see the silhouette of a downed, unmoving dwarvish figure, and the mist of the loud, rapid waterfalls is spraying down past. The chaos of demons and drow still fighting, and the occasional war horn from the balconies off in the distance still ring out, but most of the chaos around you is now a bit more isolated. Ro is in a precarious situation as you see the hulking vulture-like demon creature looking up past the bridge with a still probably slightly warm but cooled off bit of Quaggoth flesh, and it stops moving in a very intimidating and sort of anticipatory fashion, and its eyes lock on Ro.
No!
Start screaming.
I'm still alive.
Can we see him? I thought we were like split a little bit.
So you all are basically on this side view map here. Let me just reshuffle a few things.
Yeah, looking at that. Okay.
So you all are like here behind the stalactite. If I pull up the other map.
Right. Yeah, there's a bunch of us who are not next to.
Yeah. So on the main top-down map, you all are here at the top of the landing. So basically, the bridge is down. If you look at both maps here a little bit, where excuse me, Nalian and Zahn and Oscar, you all stand at the precipice here. You now have like a slumped, sagging rope bridge that leads down to where Ro is.
You're welcome.
Can we see him?
It's super dark, but like I mean, with some of like the bioluminescence around, you can see him well enough. Most of you.
Am I unconscious?
You are not unconscious. You did. It wasn't like a.
Dead.
It was like a hard fall, right? It's like hitting water from really high up. You like fell into like net or like webbing, netting, something like that, you know. So, but you are stuck in it a bit, like both gooey spider shit, which Nailing could probably tell you about, and a little bit of like the rope bridge itself. Like you were trying to like grapple yourself with the bridge, cut it, swing and fall all together, and you rolled a 1, and so you are entangled both in bridge and in spider webs.
Well, that's really fucked.
That's not
pretty
good.
Fucked. It's pretty fucked.
Not ideal.
Not
I
ideal
don't
at all.
feel great either because I died like 4 times.
You all died a lot of times.
Right there with you.
You have a small entourage of fellow escapees lagging behind you all right now. Many of them anxious to just fucking go. A lot of them were like kind of eyeballing, just jumping for it with the waterfall, and then the bridge went out. So here we are. And before we kind of kick into real time, since we're still technically in another encounter now, are there any questions, thoughts?
Do we get a knit?
You want to take a moment before we roll? Yeah, let's just roll. We'll roll fresh a knit.
Hey, Fiddy, real quick. Did I use Channel Divinity yet?
did, I
after the short
thought.
rest. I don't know. There's no way for me to track it on my character sheet, so I don't.
It
I do
is
have a
on there.
question.
Yeah, it is on there. So if you go to your actions, if you
Yeah.
go to standard, you'll see that you did use it. So it checks and disappears when you're in combat mode.
Wait, where do you see that?
Uh,
Oh, there it is. Okay, yeah, I see.
So those are your channel
Okay, never
divinity
mind.
abilities there. Yeah.
Thank
I,
you.
I got a
Uh,
question.
Yeah.
There was once upon a time I started a natural 20 fire, and it was really big, and I
Yeah,
just
yeah,
how is it now?
I was gonna ask about that too. The big
if,
old nat 20.
if
Still
you
big.
if you look back, you can still see like smoke over there. But imagine if you will, like this spider webbing is fairly flammable, but um, if I was looking at it, I wouldn't get the impression that it would like be a raging thing that would spread over. So that's one fire. The other fire, there is a bit of smoke kind of coming out from the Temple to Lolth stalactite tower that you all just left. Um,
Oh.
but it's not like billowing out like a raging house fire or anything right now.
Okay. But I mean, do a lot of people seem occupied?
Oh
With
yeah,
those
yeah, yeah,
fires?
yeah. I mean, basically, like right now, if we looked at the top-down map, I'm gonna zoom way the fuck out. The basically over in this area is where just past the lift fire that you started. This is where most of the forces from the barracks were seen running towards, including the guys that were overlooking your work repair duty at the lift. And most of them were like, getting hit by like flybys with these demons, trying to fight them off. A lot of them looked like they were like hustling inside the stalactite towers, and you can still hear activity in that direction, but no one seems interested in you at this moment. Beyond that, you all also left near the other broken rope bridge, Rose's first encounter with a bridge. That was also where you lost a lot of your fellow prisoners and an incredible number of Quaggoth who just kept going down over the sides. And that you did recall seeing some of the spiders moving in that direction. So at the moment, spiders in the web, last you saw, were much more interested in stuff to the northeast of you, and most of the drow were preoccupied with a weird demon swarm infestation that was coming into the south.
Cool.
Any other inquiries?
I
Nope.
want to have them, but I don't know what they are.
That's alright. Alright, well, if you haven't already done so, I'd say let's roll initiative. I'm gonna roll for
All right.
PC friends.
Fuck.
we got this.
Ro, that's a good place to start for you.
1.
All right. Ro
Um,
is
So
going.
what I would like to do,
Okay.
just because this is going to get super tricky, you've got the side view to help sort of augment your brain in terms of the 3D space of this all, but the top-down map's going to be a lot easier for combat. So, we'll just have to bear in mind elevations. But if we look at this area here, I'm going to bring you and your friends Ro back onto this map before we kick into gear here. So just give me 1 second.
The top down one.
Yeah.
Okay.
So like you are technically on the webbing here, if you will.
Yeah.
I'd say that rope bridge line is probably about there. You're at the base of it.
Okay.
Let me just give me a couple more. Give me a minute to just move a couple of these fucking things. With their thumbs. It's a different guy. There's this dude. That's the wrong dude, right? Oh no, that's the guy. That's the guy who's eating. Okay. He's right about there.
Oh god, I'm gonna die. This is gonna be good though. This is gonna be good.
And just for the record, you can visibly see that this vulture thing is wounded. Like, it's one of its wings looks pretty fucked. Its health is green relative to a wounded demon health pool, if you will. It appears to be like permanently injured in a way. So, out of character, it's a neutered demon creature.
Oh, injured.
hmm
Can't get away. Let's track him here with us.
Am I missing anyone? I think that's it. Okay. Cool. So, Ro, you are entangled quite a bit here. You can try to free yourself. You could try any number of things, but that is up to you. What
As
would
my
you
main action,
like
I'm gonna
to
use
do?
dancing lights,
Okay.
and I can cast up to 4 torch-sized lights. And what I'm gonna do is point my finger straight up in the air and
Okay.
like flares.
Distress signal?
Yep, and it's gonna make a straight line pointing straight down into me. So like at quarter intervals.
Just like lighting a beacon towards like fuck.
Towards me. I've fallen, guys. I'm still alive. And then I'm hoping that the team would recognize that I've cast this on them before, and they'll know that I'm alive and I'm okay.
Yeah, I mean, like if we
And
like on that straight diagonal, like you're probably about like 100 feet or so from them up there on like this cliff's edge.
Perfect. This is a 120-foot range, so every 25 feet, pew pew pew. I'm gonna
Okay.
put that light up there. And then as a bonus action, I'm gonna cast Hunter's Mark on the demon.
All right. Well, you know what? This came up earlier in the chat. I haven't had time to read it. For tonight, Klug, I don't know if you had like a takeaway on the rule is bullshit. You should be able to use a bonus action spell.
Yeah.
Sorry, what?
That
the
that
thing
thing
you
you said
posted.
about like about being able to cast
Oh, cast 2 spells in a
bonus
round?
action spell. Yeah. What's
Well,
the
one's a
2 on
cantrip,
Jaden
right?
Reed?
Well, it's more like you can cast 2 spells, but one needs to be a cantrip.
All right. For tonight,
Uh,
I'm good with that. I'll look into it more later.
It's like you could, if you wanted to, you could like fireball, action surge, fireball, as 2 regular spells. But if you do a bonus action spells, it has to be a cantrip, or like the other one has to be a cantrip, or it has to be a cantrip. One of those.
All right.
That's
I'm
it.
good with that for
My
tonight.
Dancing Lights is a cantrip, right? Isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Yeah. So and
Okay.
then Hunter's Mark is bonus action. So
Yep.
Yeah. Then there you go.
All
Perfect.
right. Hunter's Mark. So you can see you've mystically marked your quarry.
Even though I'm totally restrained.
It's just a
I'm
vocal
gonna kill
component.
you.
It's just a vocal component on Hunter's Mark and Fairy and Dancing
The
Light
vocal
is a bit of both, but I'd say you can wiggle and writhe enough. Like one of your hands is free.
The vocal component is, you're gonna be sorry when my friends descend upon you.
You all hear the distant voice amidst the backdrop of the waterfall here. Actually, let me turn on the fucking waterfall just because.
And you see the burst of light in the background.
Yeah. And you hear like you see the 4 lights go off at intermittent intervals here across the 6 seconds, and you hear Ro's voice faintly behind the sounds of the waterfall. And I mean, you heard and saw the thing go down. You didn't hear much more besides that just yet.
Help me!
Nalian, we come
That's
up
me.
to the top of the pathway here. To you.
I am still like, I mean, I'm not joking, dude. If you look at the amount of times I dropped in
Yeah.
about 12 seconds,
Yeah.
it was like this. I felt like a collapsible doll. I just kept fucking falling. Like my
Yep.
bearings. I looked
Yup.
at Zahn and say, Zahn, what's the plan?
Can we throw things? Can we see the demon from where we're at?
Can we throw things?
You can see, like, if you look down the bridge, you can kind of see the bridge is actually like kind of above it, almost like just like a vertical cover, and you can see like the hulking form of it though. You see like the Quaggoth moving a little bit, like as it's kind of like ripping meat away, but at this moment it's sort of stopped, and you see like the one semi-functional wing kind of silhouetting out past the bridge down below. And with the light that Ro just shot off, you can kind of see that it's resembling one of these creatures that you saw flying by. Yeah.
Sorry, 1 second.
Mm-hmm.
And I looked at Oscar too. Oscar, any bright ideas?
We could jump.
Do you mean into the water, or do you mean to go help our friend?
Into the waterfall.
Not
Do you
to
think is it too late for him?
not to metagame, but there is a bridge that goes straight down to me.
And also, yeah, I mean, we have no health.
That's true. We all don't.
I'm out of healing.
I turn. My turn's gonna be mostly talking because I don't have
Okay.
actions. that
If
thing on me.
if you do want to do that, then you can keep going. Otherwise, I would say normally just you get like a sentence and
'Cause
then take
I think
action.
I'm just trying to coordinate our NPCs and our team.
If you wanna sort of take your turn to like fucking try to orchestrate some stuff or talk some stuff out, by all means.
Okay.
You can
I summon
go a bit longer.
Jim Jab Jar and Stool over to tell Stool we need to get on the same page. Do your jizz thing.
Sperm erupts into the air.
Because firstly, I think we just all need to be in communication here. If we're ever gonna fucking survive this, we gotta be on a hive mind. That's it.
You see Jim Jar and he basically just picks Stool up. I don't think anyone was still carrying him at this point. And you can see they're about to start walking towards you all. For the sake of this first round, since they're not going to be going anywhere, I'm happy to say that they kind of like just go ahead and start doing that the moment Ro was cutting the bridge. So he just and Stool's just like helicoptering his arms around, and the spores go everywhere, and everyone kind of piles in close enough around this circle of you all, caught between the priestess tower and the broken bridge.
We have to get Ro.
Everyone but Ro.
Yep.
We have to get Ro. I say to them as
I mean,
yeah.
if we made our way down there, as long as we can cut through the webs, we don't even have to fight that thing, right? Cut through the webs to jump down into the water below.
That sounds good, but I have a feeling it's coming after us.
Well, then we should probably just kill it.
Yeah, but I don't want to be first. Is what I whispered to him.
Oh, yeah, you whisper in your mind that everybody hears.
That's fine. I don't care.
Alicia wasn't
Yeah,
first.
he's doing that thing where he's like just holding the rope bridge really tautly, like, "Come on, you next."
But I'm also like keeled over this post because again I have died 3 or 4 times in a matter of 12 seconds.
Yeah, I'm like sitting over the edge with my legs dangling down, like hugging the post a little bit, like, yeah. Okay.
Nalian, as you look on, you do see the demon creature starting to move a bit.
Okay, which just get free and kind of get loosened up.
I'm sorry?
Is he just getting like loose from where is he stuck?
You see like basically like right here, right? You've got demon creature down below,
Yep.
covered like 3/4 by the bridge right now from above. You see him starting to move towards Ro.
Oh no.
Alright. We need to get to him, and then from there we can get to safety. And then I point towards the river or towards the water. We
Okay.
need to get our powers up.
Okay. We'll do it.
The
Leg dangling intensifies.
And then I take one step forward, as if to like suggest I'm moving, but then in hopes that everybody passes me. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm initiating, and then
Like
I'm
we're all like,
Yep.
Yeah, after you.
we have to get Ro.
let's go.
Everyone's slow jogging.
Guys, you don't want me in the front. Trust me.
And to recap, like if you're gonna go down the bridge, like walking down it, you basically have to take a path that would go down an angle towards Row and then come off it onto the webs.
So you have to
Yeah,
climb down.
Or off it. Yeah, I mean, well, you could jump, you climb, you do whatever you want, but like, if you were just going to treat it like a normal pathway in this map, bear in mind that side view that this is like a 45-degree sloping, not structurally supported along the way down kind of dilapidated thing.
I also tell everybody, watch your step about 30 paces forward.
Yeah, I'll tell you. I'll say this: if you move at half speed, you could go down without making a check. But if you want to move full speed, you'd have to make a DC 10 dexterity save for each move. So each turn, basically.
Gotcha. Cool. Yep. No, I've moved as far as I want to move this turn.
Okay. Bupido and Sarah.
0.
Exactly. Hey, but I did get everybody on the same page. That was the goal.
Yeah.
Everybody was on the same
No, it's
page,
good.
yeah.
It's good. It's very character.
Bupido and Sareth appear to be like stepping forward a little bit behind you all. You can see Bupido still has like this very sort of wily look in his eye. He's kind of like looking back up towards the Priestess Tower, looking at you all almost as if he's like sizing you up. And he just like licks one of his crossbow bolts. And he looks to you, Nalian, who's just been talking.
Oh no.
And he starts loading the crossbow. And you're not sure, like, in this moment if he's, like, you know, posturing in front of you a little bit. And he takes one last look back towards the tower. He says, "We'll help your friend.
Oh shit, Pupito!
But you all,
Pupito!
you're going to help us get out of here." And he's kind of, like, looking around back at the chaos. And you finish hearing him like knocking the crossbow bolt into his little hand crossbow here. Just and he's like pointing it at you right now in this moment, and he's like, "We got a deal."
Firstly, I see the exemplary way that knocked that crossbow because, again, to me, it's a very shitty piece of equipment. I do not like it.
Yeah.
But I learned something. And I'm going to eyeball the way he handles it furthermore, from this point forward. But yeah. Yes, we're all getting out of here.
Right. Let me just do something real quick. So he kind of gives you a little bit of like a fucking nod, lowers the crossbow and starts moving his way past you with his. He is moving cautiously, but basically goes up here just past you, secures himself like on the rigging, like the railed ropes or whatever you want to call them, and kind of like wraps one arm, leans around the side with the thing, and tries to fire at the creature that's starting to move towards Rogue.
Oh, I hope he doesn't hit me.
Now, I'm just going to refresh my own brain on cover.
It's plus
still
5
has
if it's
3/4.
3/4.
So
I think
yeah,
it's
so
plus 5 AC.
if anyone does anything similar, I'm gonna ask you to do the same. I'm doing a -5, and then I'm gonna roll to attack with Bupido here.
Damn.
So he fires away, and he still has this fucking light crossbow. Sorry for the sound. I'm gonna change the name.
Wow.
And
I can't wait to watch that on the stream.
With the -5, he just fires and misses. You can see him starting to load another one as he slowly snakes his way down, and like the bridge itself is like starting to slump a bit in his area here. Sareth like is just listening to all of this, and is almost if like, you know, without having to say it out loud, you hear him think. Any of you who are up here with the spores, he says, "Well, I am in as well. And I mean to find Neverlight Grove." And you see him just load up his hand crossbow. Like, none of these guys look like they fucking want to go toe-to-toe with this thing. He moves past you, Zahn, and just basically takes the equivalent of a double move, cut in half because he's moving at half speed.
I nod to him as he goes by as a thank you.
Sareth.
Here we go. Okay. The vulture-looking demon with the 16
Oh, no.
initiative.
No!
You see.
My tenders are not loin!
You see as the corpse of the Quaggoth starts to kind of like roll towards you, it slumps a little bit over, but then sticks. And you yourself are starting to feel this as well. Like both the demon and the Quaggoth appear to be like fucking stuck in fly powder right now. And so he's desperately like pulling at one of his arms, trying to free himself. And he will make a strength check to do that. Oh, and he rips one of his like big taloned arms free. And I'm gonna remind you what the fuck this thing looks like. There you go.
God damn it.
Damn it.
And you see now he's
Bye,
basically
guys.
got two of these big talon clawed hands free, like looking at you, and he's kind of like pulling back, and the one working wing that's like not half severed is like flipping and flapping behind him as he's trying to pull a leg free, it appears. He will make a second strength check.
Fucking.
What a good theme song, by the way, for me to die to.
And
The Jack Sparrow theme song.
he just digs a claw into the body of the Quaggoth and just fucking pulls himself on top of it and just and he
Well, he's a
jumps
Quaggoth,
off
right?
and lands between you and the body, smacking like a part of the bridge to the side, but it's kind of stuck. So now you've got like loose bridge kind of half pushed up from this thing's shoulder and torso, and he stops in front of you because he used both of his turns to free two limbs.
Oh, hi, Mark.
But he is on you, like you are down right now looking up at this fucking thing.
Perfect.
Actually, you know what I'm gonna do real quick because it
As
sounds
long as he
fun,
doesn't attack me, I'm fine with it.
is I'm gonna do this. There we go. That's you. That's you on that image there.
Oh Jesus.
Oh,
Looking
I'm
up
tiny.
at
hello.
that. We come now to Ezric.
Ezric spots the lights that were shot into the air and knows from previous lives that this means urgency for Ro, and that if he doesn't make distance in a short amount of time, that it may cost him his life. So at normal speed, he begins to venture down to Eldith. Hopefully, can I go that far?
So you don't
Watch
that's
yourself.
a plenty fine marker. You actually don't see the dwarf body from up here. But
Okay.
you can do 30,
Oh, she's below.
You
Yeah.
can do your 30 feet as a single move if you still want to take an action. And there you go. So I need you to make a dexterity saving throw. You just need to beat a 10.
Oh no.
Alright.
That's the
Alright.
Why do
column
you say
on
it like that?
on the right of your main page there.
It's just
Yeah,
a
yeah.
toss up. Oh.
Oh, you know, no big deal.
You go.
You're stuck.
You go just running like super heroic. Like you almost feel like the lights that are still slowly drifting down. Like it's like you are the Wizard of Light again, and you can see the light is coming towards you. And you go like sliding down this bridge, and as soon as you get past Sareth the Drow, you feel like it's almost the same time that the demon creature like impacts it with his body. Like your weight pushes down where there are no load-bearing supports, and it just sort of slumps and kicks in, and you start to slip. Make a second dexterity save. It's now a 15.
Oh my god.
Oh no!
Oh, that's the worst.
Oh no!
Welcome to my level.
What does that mean, Kitty?
You're down with me.
What do you have?
God damn it.
You fall through the floorboards.
Um,
You didn't watch your step. Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
You go
You should-
rolling
Watch your
end
step.
over end, and in that broken piece of missing floorboard that Ro knocked out to convince a guard previously that work was required.
You're welcome.
you go falling, and you just smack down next to the Quaggoth body, stuck in spider webbing. Roll a d6 for me, please.
Yes, sir.
Oh, boy.
Shit.
All right, you take 3 points of damage. It's not a hard fall, but it's not. It doesn't feel good. Ooh.
Oh no.
Hey, buddy. Hey.
Okay.
Wow, dude, you were green a second ago.
It hurt more than you thought.
Yeah.
You're dead.
Good. The only healthy one in our party.
Yeah.
Well, I just wanted to,
I love
be
it.
included.
Yeah.
It's
Do the
perfect,
thing.
dude. It's perfect.
Do the thing.
Makes for a
You
good story.
see, you see Topsy, one of the Svirfneblin, the girl, the really talkative one. She, just behind Jimjar and Stool, she kind of clasps her brother on the shoulders, and just like she's making like a gesturing kind of thing, like come on, we're gonna do this. And she, what does she reach for?
Nothing. Natural one.
She reaches for it looks like it's almost like a weaponized like pickaxe that she took from the supply room. And
damn.
she starts making her way cautiously. Does 20 feet to the landing, and then her movement is 25. She's gonna do another half-speed move, basically just taking a double move.
Would you say it's a battle axe?
I'd say it's a war pick, if anything. Stool's already
Mechanized?
done his thing. Zahn.
Okay, Fiddy, from the side after Iseric went down, what does the angle of the bridge look like? Like, is it like sloping down now?
Yeah. So like if this is
Like
the
from the
bridge,
side
this
view?
is the bridge. Yeah, from the side view. It's still like slumping down where
Like, is it a
kinda-
straight drop now, and then
no,
kind
it's more like a slide with a broken bit of floorboard in
That
the middle.
sounds fun.
And then at the
Okay.
end, where the Quaggoth is, it's like twisted and pushed up on like the side.
Fiddy, I love that you have a physical representation of the bridge right
Just piece of paper. Right. There you go. Slump and then a little bit of a twist.
But like splintery and shitty.
Yeah. Well,
Is
I mean,
the
only in the
demon
part where
vulture-
that rope broke. Sorry. Go ahead.
Is the demon vulture thing like standing at the end of the slide?
Yep,
It is.
it's not a
Okay.
fun slide.
Zahn
is.
is like has an arm over the post, and he kind of does the he looks up at an alien who's just like, come on, and he just okay. Well, wish me luck. And he stands up and he's gonna jump and slide down, and with the goal of putting as much force behind a kick to turn over the demon to make it land in the web behind Ro. Does that make sense? He wants to fucking hit him so hard it propels him forward and gets him stuck.
Before we go forward, this is gonna be so epic. Either
Well, I got
way,
three bad rolls out of the way, so we got this.
no way. David knows what I'm talking about.
I know how this happens, but an effort must be made or you're gonna die. So,
I'm gonna. hold on.
Here we go.
I haven't really had a chance to look at I think you can do like a charge. Something like a charge.
Oh, that sounds good.
Boulder-
Thank you so much, by the way, for sacrificing your character.
terrible idea.
This is
I
gonna be
jumped
so
down there
good.
too, man.
No, you guys all did. You all.
Hey, it was a graceful jump, okay?
All right, I'm not gonna waste on that. So, are you like running and like fucking Legolas like crouch sliding? Or are you just trying to run standing up?
Oh, I'm not running standing up. I'm definitely gonna. I mean, I'll try to be as monk-like as I can be and slide as coolly as I can. But I've seen too many people jumping down on their feet, tripping and rolling down, as opposed to like this is definitely going to be a run and jump and like butt first, go straight down kind of thing.
Like you sit down.
Okay.
But standing up and then jumping to get extra momentum and God,
yeah.
what am I doing?
This is
Alright.
gonna be so
That's
good.
what Zahn thinks as
make-
he's doing
Make
this.
an acrobatics check.
Dude, you got this. This is so Yeah! You're 22!
Okay. You manage to somehow like maneuver this slumped, sloping bridge, and you just fucking go charging down it, sliding, slipping a little bit of the way, but like all in all, maintaining your balance and your composure and your form. And you go sliding down and just spring off just before you get to the broken bit of bridge, which is now twisting and turning.
Okay.
You basically use like the upturned vertical part to just like vault yourself forward a little bit, and you are now
Dig it.
airborne, sailing towards the enormous 12-foot tall fucking vulture with its back to you,
So
and you
I
are in
assume
the air.
I went down like this, and I'm springing off this way.
Yeah.
And I want the momentum. I'm gonna duck
Oh, fuck.
and have my feet. Like I want to do.
You already
not-
tempted fate!
No. This makes perfect sense. It's part of the momentum forward, right? He's jumping, and I basically want to kick him, right? I want to hit him in the face with my head.
When
I
I
want to hit
see
him with my
this,
feet, and I want to kick him as hard as I can, Fitty.
I see him go into the air, and Nylian says it out loud, "We're all gonna fucking die."
Well,
That already.
high risk, high reward. With your successful acrobatics maneuver of bullshit, you may roll to hit with advantage on your attack.
Advantage!
What should I use for this? Like an unarmed strike?
It'd be an
Is
unarmed
that-
strike, yeah.
Okay.
If you had told me you
Oh,
were
I can
flying
drop
with your
it.
crossbow
And
with your
advantageous.
quarterstaff, like,
Oh
Very
God! Who are you right now? Who are you?
I'll take it.
God
We need
damn!
It's the Mad
Yeah.
Max music.
Yep.
Come on, baby.
roll damage, my man.
Well, you didn't say that. You're gonna let
Twice.
Ah,
You
this
rolled
is-
twice.
music,
shit, wait.
Sean.
Turn
You
sneak
rolled
attack
twice.
on because this guy is engaged with an ally and definitely didn't see you coming.
Is that just an extra D6?
You should just have to
Or
push
oh
the
wait,
button,
wait.
It should
and then
double
it adds a
everything.
buff.
Yeah, it's gonna double everything.
And now you
Okay.
may roll
That's-
damage.
That's 2d6. Oh!
I
As
still
is,
love it.
yep.
Thud.
And
Love
that's
everything about
expected.
it.
but the goal
Uh,
was to push him, by the way, as much as as possible,
Yeah.
like
so
away
like,
from Ro.
imagine if you were like again like this thing just like clawed and pulled itself out of the flypaper and just started like moving on top of the wobbly Quaggoth corpse towards Ro, and you just came out of nowhere like a second later and just slapped it in the back. You basically get stuck on the thing almost, and you and the creature go stumbling forward past Ro a bit. He is now he basically falls forward on one arm, and his legs and his hand feel a bit stuck, and he's just like looking back at you over his left shoulder with his fucking other hand out.
Oh,
Where
fuck.
do you want to land?
I want to be like, but like on his back, like next to his wing.
You want to stay
So he
on him?
can't- Oh well, yeah.
If you want to stay on him with that natural 20, I'm good with that. You're on this
I
dude's
wanna-
back.
I want to stay like I'm annoying him at this point. I don't want to. I'm pulling the aggro, but I don't want to get hit, so I want
Are
to
you-
like stay on his back.
Are you
Yeah.
glued on him? It's like your legs like glued onto this
Yeah,
guy.
how are you holding on?
I
What are you doing
imagine
with your
like
hands?
you
I'm holding
kicked
on.
into him, and then like you probably would have had to come around with like your arms when you
Yeah.
were staggering forward,
All right. Are you like?
unless you want to be in a
Uh,
different pose.
No. I got my arms around his wing as like,
Nice,
Dude,
his good wing.
The stump wing? The stump
I'm-
wing, right?
Which
and
one?
I'm
Yeah.
gripping with my knees.
Did
Which
you
wing?
just legless onto a horse to that thing?
I
Yeah.
think you did. Are you holding on to the good wing or the bad wing?
Probably the bad wing, so I can't get hit with the wing, get shaken off. maybe.
I like it. Okay. Jim Jar also with a pickaxe, still holding stool, kind of moves forward, trying to keep everyone relatively close to the Wi-Fi signal. And he basically just starts slowly making his way down as well, kind of basically taking up Zon's last post. Turvey, the brother, moves forward with a hand crossbow of his own, stops at the precipice here, and Shushar is just slowly bringing in the rear.
Very heroic.
Now, Oscar, we come to you.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
I'm gonna try to make my way down this bridge.
Do something heroic. He slowly climbs down.
Yeah, but it's like an old man who's like.
You're at a quarter speed.
Yeah, he gets 2 rungs down.
I'm coming. Can I make it? Wait, let's see. If I go,
Disadvantage movement.
if I go here, can I make it to Eldith?
So you don't know that Elle's there.
Sorry.
Ro saw that, and I just wanted to leave her there to mark the spot.
Okay.
But her
All right,
body
so
is like
got
in
it.
the webbing down there, underneath the bridge.
On my way down, I don't see anybody who's dying, right?
You do not.
Okay.
Just
I just-
Zon, Ro, and you can hear Ezric.
Actually, I only move that. I only move it to
Groaning.
25.
He's just softly groaning.
Well, so yeah, if you want to
So I
do a
move
double
here.
move, you could do 25, and that would count as half speed. If you want to take an action, you would just be going about 13 feet or something.
I can double move to get to 25.
You can do 25 feet as a double move. And
Okay.
that would be
Yeah,
moving cautiously.
I'm gonna do that. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah,
Any
that's
bonus
all I do.
actions, or are you just holding there?
I'm coming. Hey, hold on.
Okay.
it.
Well, with that, we will go into round 2, but I'm gonna get a drink real quick.
I'm going to pee my pants. Spirit bet.
Okay, good. I mean, I wasn't going to, but you know,
Pee pants. Pee pants.
if we're gonna allow for things like that, then I'm gonna
Yeah.
do it.
I mean, you don't need to go anywhere.
Consider it allowed.
No, I know, but you know, trying to live my life a little more responsibly.
What is this?
It's better than peeing on the floor.
Check this out. Mass Drop turned themselves into Drop, but then they're selling this this thing. This gift
Dave,
set.
did you catch up in Game of Thrones?
I did. I'm fully caught up.
Oh, baby.
Did we all... Casey, did you see Game of Thrones?
No, we're set.
Okay,
Watch
never
them all
mind.
through.
Fuck. Okay. Yep. Everyone fuck
That's
it.
all. That's all I
Fuck-
wanted to
shut
know.
it down.
Shut it down!
Shut it down.
Down.
I
I
haven't-
regret.
I mean, we're going slow, but I'm glad.
No, it's good. It's good.
No, I'm glad you cut out.
You're in the danger zone though, because you're going back to work this week, and everyone's gonna
Yeah, it's
not. They're not gonna have the Game of Thrones ear muffler.
Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
Ah,
By the time I would get to it, honestly, I'm gonna forget everything they said.
Yeah,
anyways.
I agree
Yeah.
with that. What season are you in, Casey?
We're finishing 1.
Oh yeah, you'll
my
definitely
God.
forget.
Wait,
any
Casey!
spoiler.
you've seen more than season 1 of Game of Thrones.
Oh yeah,
right?
we're totally caught up. It's just
just rewatch.
it's been 2 years.
Right.
You know,
Oh.
no,
So,
no amount of like. Small...
episode 1 of the newest season. That's what you're saying, right?
No, we're starting at episode 1 from the beginning.
Oh.
We're almost done with season 1.
Nice.
Okay.
It's because we wanted, you know, like
Watch it all together.
we remember the storylines and everything, but we just wanted to watch it so close together that it was all fresh.
Dude,
You know?
I did that. I bought it on Amazon actually. Like
Oh,
all the
nice.
seasons, so I could just watch them one after the other. It was fucking awesome.
Okay, cool, good. And did you find it beneficial for the new stuff too?
I really enjoyed watching it. There was stuff that I didn't pick up on that I really appreciated now
Cool.
watching it again.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's cool.
it's pretty good.
Yeah.
I liked it.
Big fan.
Are we all
I'm good.
accounted for?
I'm accounted for.
I guess so.
I'm accounted for.
I'm accounted for.
Hello!
Alright,
I'm here.
Ro, basically get knocked aside, or you stagger back slightly. But your leg is still caught in this thing. Your arm's still a bit stuck on the webbing. You, like the creature, could try to make a strength check, to pull yourself free, or you could try something else. What do you want to do? Your hunter's mark is on the thing, and it is still technically adjacent to you.
All right, I'm gonna make a. You said strength saving throw or strength check.
Strength check. So basically, because you're trying to do like a feat of strength, this is you actively using it.
Oh no!
You are still stuck in. I don't know if you're trying to pull your arm or your leg, but it doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. This shit's sticky, boys.
You still have your mark on the demon. Anything else you want to do?
Can I use a bonus action to hack at the webs? Will you allow?
No, I'm sorry.
So okay, all right, I get it. Next time I'm gonna do something different.
I will say this though. As you're pulling, let's just say your arm or something, you feel the webbing move quite a bit to the east of you.
Oh.
And you see the silhouette of one, maybe two large spiders moving away from you. And you can see bits of the other broken bridge hanging down from above when you look up in that direction.
As this happens, I'm gonna whistle out, and it sounds like a flying moth. Everyone except for one person in our group, and the moth says, "East, spiders."
And Nalian, what can you do?
Yep.
What'd you say?
It sounds like sounds like a moth to everyone. You don't understand
yes.
it.
Oh, yeah.
Except for one person, it says "East, spiders."
My head instantly cocks to the east.
Oh.
Okay.
I try to narrow my vision, but I can't see anything because I'm a human. So it's like...
Oh, you
Got
are-
cock neck.
Cool.
Yeah. It's your turn, Alien. What do you want to do?
Oh, why are you playing this song?
Alright, well...
Come shuffle, bro.
We're gonna die.
Like I said, I was watching Pepito load and cock his gun, and like Nalian's in the past with his bow where he could draw, it looks like he's drawing an arrow out of nothing. He does something similar this time, but he uses the same hand motion that Pepito did to cock his crossbow. And without a bolt, he pulls one back, and or he pulls the string back on the crossbow, and he unleashes a thing that is
Okay.
coming.
Oh.
And I want you
Yes.
to recall
Yes.
that if you look down, you can see the creature. He's still got a slight bit of obstruction from the bridge,
That's
but he's
right.
also got a Zahn on his back.
Yeah, I see him.
So at
Oh,
this
no.
at this point, I would say he technically still has 3/4 cover, but if you had clearance of the bridge, he'd probably have half cover from Zahn being on him. So you can do a -5 and then roll to attack with the thing you're using.
I full screen David's screen so
But
I can
if
see
you-
what happens.
If you want to,
I don't do any of that with what
yeah,
I'm
but,
about to-
I mean that's your character would instinctively know that looking at the
Yeah.
situation.
Well, I fucking bonus action Blade or Warrior his ass. I go, yeah. Like, all I have to do is think about it, and there's like this connection, and then there's almost like this digital surge that connects the two of us. Everybody just sees it really quick. Yeah, we're fucking going for that guy, obviously.
Let's
my
see what
bonus
happens.
action.
Is that just to mark him, or are you trying to like fire a
That's a
normal
mark
shot?
because that's a
Okay.
that's a
Oh,
bonus
okay.
action.
Yeah.
Right. Oops, I didn't mean to click that, but I would have
Yeah.
loved to have taken that.
Um,
That's it.
So then,
Sure,
yeah,
so-
for
Okay, yeah.
so basically you can apply it if you hit with an attack.
But it's not just this round.
It's only this round.
You sure?
Yeah.
Hunter's mark?
No
You-
plan anywhere.
The next time you hit the creature on this turn with a weapon attack.
Oh, okay.
I mean, you could
Wait.
still.
Really?
actually, no. Yeah, you could
You
still
choose a
you could
creature
still
consumed
fire
by
your bow.
Until the spell ends, you deal an extra 1d6 damage
Hey, what happened to
for
your
Hunter's
bow?
Mark.
We're
No,
talking
no,
about
no,
Planar Warrior.
Something else. Something else.
Oh,
it's
okay.
equipped.
Never mind.
It's not equipped. There you go.
I was like,
But
what?
I can shoot him, but he's at half cover, and the cover is my friend.
3/4. Yeah. So it'd be a -5 to hit.
The cover is my
Sound like awesome.
It's organic
luck.
cover.
Okay, okay.
It moves like they do.
You're gonna shoot through him. This is gonna be awesome.
Oh no.
Just remember me. Sing about me.
Oh, roll high.
Okay, well, I'm gonna start moving. I'm just gonna start moving.
Roll high.
Okay. All right. Having second thoughts, you just move instead.
Yeah, like I pull it back. You see the light? It dissipates because I can't get a clear shot.
Okay.
So I'm moving forward, trudging.
Unless you shoot through him.
If you're moving
I could do that.
slowly, you can do 15 feet.
15. Yeah, I'm kind of behind him,
That would have been so funny.
and let's see. Okay. I want to hold my action. I want to. What's it called? Trigger. For my action, right? Because I have movement
You did a half
15.
move. You did a bonus action. Yeah, that still works. What's the trigger?
And you fall to the end, right, of the stack when that happens.
No, not for a trigger. You're restricted to what you define in the trigger, but
Okay.
you don't lose your turn in the queue. If you,
Okay.
if you just blanket said I want to wait, then you can do the latter.
100% perfect view of his head or neck, where I think I could cut it off at.
Okay.
What if it's 99%?
Um,
No, I want 100. Keep it 100.
A hundo.
Oh, let me fix this.
A hunt dog. You move for a hunt dog?
Give me 1 second, because it's gonna drive me
Maybe.
nuts if I don't.
Why is this music so sad? Why am I gonna die?
Sorry.
Well, I don't know.
I think I'm gonna die first.
Yeah.
You're like glued on this demon.
Well,
I'm gonna
They
stab
get
it right in
you
the
to zero
chotskis.
faces.
So,
Yeah.
Bupito still loading the repeating crossbow. It looked like he was out of shots previously. He manages to reload, move about half speed, and repeats the same style of motion where he's like just trying to lean over. Like, and at this point in the bridge, it's getting more slumped and more twisty, and he fires an additional shot, paying no mind to the meat shield on his
Oh no!
hey, laundry's done.
Not-
Great
yeah.
time to get shot.
It's also not his friend, you know?
Yeah.
So,
He
Alright,
fires
okay.
and misses, but he seems to be
Heyo.
honing in on the target. Sarah,
calibrating.
yeah, not really seeing much in the way of an option here. Just moves past you, Oscar, kind of like one after the other. You guys are kind of making your way down. And the bridge kind of starts to sag and pull a little bit, but the stuck in the web portion of it at the bottom is sort of keeping it from sliding at the moment.
Does he get a double move? A dash?
Who? Sarah?
Sareth.
Actually, he would, yeah.
Dangu! Nice. Attention to detail.
He has to. He's trying
Navigate
to make his
that
way
hole.
past the hole.
Yeah.
So he's only going to do about 10 feet to do all of that.
He runs the other way.
The thing that you are blocking for your friends here, Zahn, you're holding on. This thing is like stuck in the ground, trying to toss and throw you, and he's just doing like the big just twist, and he tries to throw you in this moment.
Okay.
I need you.
Yeah.
To make an opposed strength check.
Oh, shit.
He's trying to
No.
launch you. You're trying to hold on.
Is it
whoever-
ability?
Whoever gets the highest, yeah, just the ability. Highest
Okay.
wins. If you tie, you just stay on him.
Oh my
Alright,
God.
alright, alright.
He bucks
Right?
and kicks, and
The glue is strong.
Is unable to.
Yeah, you have
get off
spider
his
webs
back.
in between.
Yep.
I think like if he was to try, because his right hand is down here, if you're over here, he would basically just be trying to like do a no look behind the shoulder, claw at your face attack right now.
That never works,
Hmm.
man.
It's not easy. Not
Why
easy.
did you have to
He's
say
gonna-
that?
He's gonna do it with disadvantage.
I didn't think of it like that.
You rolled a 19 though. You rolled a 19. There we go. Okay.
And you're just like holding on and swinging and
Yeah.
Just legs in the air.
Yeah. Just spider webs holding you onto it.
Ezric, again, you are. I just looked this up. You
No,
are.
it's my turn to yell help.
You are now stuck in the web on. If you looked at the side view,
Yeah.
like down here, like that's you.
Okay.
And you like did like the full body plop. So if you want to try to like sit up here, you're gonna have to beat a strength check, a DC strength check of 15.
Okay. 15?
Damn.
Holy
whole-
shit! You're
It's got no
for fuck's
free
sake.
limbs right now. I'm
Oh my
afraid.
god. Fuck. Dude, I'm getting like weird frame lag on my dice roll, so I have to double click it.
Well,
Yeah, it's not
force,
helping.
force not good. Yeah.
If you have
dragging.
if you have a spell that uses only a vocal component, you could maybe do something. Oh, you're out of spell. You're out of spell slots though.
What about cantrips though?
Cantrips,
Mhm,
cantrips
mhm.
are still doable.
Let me see if I have one that's through.
I
have
cast
a
fuck
vocal-
spider webs.
A V only on it, a vocal component.
Oh, okay, yeah. So Ezric tries to get up out of the spider webs, and he just like puts all of his weight or like strength into trying to stand up, and it's not enough, and he just falls face first back into the spider web, and as that's happening, he just goes fuck, and an icy cold misty fog comes from his mouth as he says fuck, and it turns into chill touch and makes the form of a hand, and it's gonna grab at Vulture Demon's hand that is supporting him, because he's like using one to grab at Zahn. So
Okay. You know,
I want to try and grab at it.
despite the fact that this spell has both a vocal and a somatic component, your description plus the idea of your stuck
Yeah.
body
Yeah.
warming and thrusting
Yes.
and a cold icy hand just emerging mid thrust
Accepted.
is totally what happens.
So
Chill
I
touch,
can roll-
you still have, this is an attack spell, like you have to like try to target your thrust, and down in your level here, the creature still has cover, but it's only half cover, and it's a swinging, flailing Zahn holding onto a broken wing. So if you do a -2 on that modifier box in the bottom corner,
Oh,
you can then roll to attack with your
Oh, don't
thrust,
kill
your
Zahn.
thrust touch.
Here it comes. You're getting sniped, dude. Oh, no.
Okay, wait.
And like your
click
pants just feel cold and moist.
God damn. Sean, roll down. Roll down.
I can't roll anything right now. I can't get clean rolls out.
Meanwhile,
John's still screaming, woo! Like riding the bull.
I'm getting cucked.
Like Nate.
meanwhile, cautiously moving between Oscar and Bukido.
Look
and
at my
then
rolls.
Actually,
They were so good, dude.
Those are really funny.
So bad.
Dude, it's been for a little while. Like, the last 2 rounds, they've been so garbage.
You're not helping.
How did you get into that mess? I mean, you rolled a 1.
leaning down where the bridge is twisted the most, and almost like just completely vertical and on its side, with the war pick in one hand, Topsy kind of like slides down and tries to like snowshoes like land on the roping between her feet and the webs, and is kind of like positioning here and just gets her war pick ready, and looks like she's ready to move, but that's the end of her turn.
I'm gonna think about moving.
Zahn.
Okay. I mean, Zana's holding on for dear life, gripping with his knees as hard as he can. He's got like his arm wrapped around. Actually, he probably has the staff wrapped around, holding on to it. And I'm just gonna have him kick, make an unarmed like kick at the. I don't know if it's like close to his head, but I want to kick the back of his head really hard.
Yeehaw!
Can't even get my leg that high.
I don't know if I can't do that, then I want to break his other wing.
Oh,
Whoa.
very, very Gra of you.
Okay. So like you're swinging around on this thing. You want to try to do another unarmed strike type kick? Yeah, that's what we're saying.
Yeah. I'm thinking like when he bucks like downward and then he comes back up, it gives me enough momentum that I can like hit him either with like the butt of the staff. I'll say the butt of the staff, like
Oh,
bam.
butt of the staff.
I'm still holding on, bam, right in the back of his head. Since I don't think I
Okay.
can hit him otherwise.
Okay.
I know.
I'm thinking like I'm trying to think of a fair way to play this, and I'll throw it to the floor.
You're dead.
I would say you either flat out have disadvantage on the attack roll, but I kind of like the idea because you're trying to hold.
He's
You're trying to
waiting.
do two
Yeah,
things
he's
at
waiting.
once.
Yeah.
Or you make an opposed strength check to kind of like, grapple and hold him more, and if you beat that, you can make the attack roll normally.
Oh, do that. Do that one.
That sounds
Disadvantage it is.
all right.
What? Really? Oh, okay.
Absolutely.
All
All
right.
right.
Choice. Yeah,
We know.
your
We know
choice.
you were already natural disadvantage. So here we go.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Ooh,
All right,
Yeah,
nailed
that's
it.
okay.
Nailed
You're
it.
still holding on, but
Whoa!
you don't do any damage. You're just like kicking into him, and your feet are kind of sliding a little bit. You're trying to avoid like the raking one-armed claw hand reaching for you.
Do I
Here
still
it
get
sounds like. Sorry, Dave.
a bonus action like kick, or are you saying that
Oh no,
part
you
of
can
me
take a
just
bonus
holding
action. No,
on? Okay.
bo-
I'm gonna
bonus
kick him.
action. Oh, that's right. Still have
Oh!
disadvantage on if it's an attack. You'd still have disadvantage.
Okay.
So you have
Great.
to roll again.
You're gonna drop an 18 for a 6.
Oh.
That's okay. It's okay.
Still holding on.
I'm still holding
Jim Jar is the bearer of stool in this moment, smiling and seemingly comfortable. He's just watching and
Oh.
making sure everyone gets down okay.
Fitty question.
Mm-hmm.
Before we go too much further, he threw him to the side. Does that open up my view at all? As I watch so fucking intently.
You would still have a clear shot at him. You would still have a half-covered disadvantage, though, just because Zahn is.
Okay, it's not perfect. It's not 100%.
Not
That's,
perfect.
that's 90%.
It's better than it was.
Yeah, I'm taking it. I'm waiting.
Okay.
Patient.
You're still waiting. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, in your experience as a ranger,
God bless you.
the only way that you would not have a covered disadvantage is if he did a 180-degree turn and Zahn was not facing you, like that you were looking at his chest.
Perfect. And I say, come on, baby. Come on.
Everyone can hear it because of what's his face, the stool. Come on.
I hope so. In fact, I didn't mean for everybody to hear it, but I did say it, and I hope that everybody did hear it, so that it kind of focuses what I'm trying to do.
Oh.
Maybe
I actually want to
pick
do.
up on that.
Oh no.
Do you think that I would have heard that after all the chaos of holding on with an 11?
Yeah.
You did hold on.
Yeah, I mean, you still have the spores on you. You're close enough in range, in my mind. A couple of the others move a bit closer. And then we go to Oscar.
Oscar's gonna.
And sorry, we
He's
are
way-
getting to the bottom of the queue, and I believe, yeah. So your trigger would have to be satisfied. So sorry, Oscar, go ahead.
Yeah.
Hi.
I'm gonna make my way all the way down. Actually, no. From here? No, not from here. I don't move. Stop it.
Okay.
Two more rungs
I'm
go
just gonna
down.
cast Toll the Dead on Vulture Demon.
Oh.
No. Not that. Sorry, I didn't mean to do that. No, this one. There you go.
Oh, that's big toll.
You find his mind more challenging to navigate than
Yeah.
anything you've encountered before,
Oh my god.
And then I moved down to Estric.
which is why he rolled with advantage.
He resisted with a 17 plus 4? Wow.
Well, he has advantage.
Oh, okay.
he only
Well,
has
even
to
still, he had to roll like a 20
dropped
plus
a
something.
2.
dropped it too, yeah.
So in that situation, did
Hmm.
you roll for the vulture as well, and you compared the rolls?
No,
And that's
so
how it was
they
decided?
have like a set attribute that
DC.
basically automatically rolls with advantage if someone tries to do a saving throw thing against him.
Cool.
So he automatically rolled twice, yeah. It is the end of the turn order, and I'm afraid your requirement has not been
That's
met. So
Okay
we
with that.
now go to round. I'm gonna just call it round 3 since this was a new encounter. Round 3 with Ro.
So, am I mobile with my hands at all?
You have one arm free.
I have one arm free. Okay. Okay. I see what you're. I
Your
smell
other
where you're
arm,
stepping
your
in.
other arm
Yep.
is still like wrapped up in the bridge. That hasn't changed yet. And
Okay.
and one of your legs is stuck in the webbing. The other one's just kind of like loose and also tangled up in the bridge, but not stuck in webbing because of that.
I don't know how you want to play this, but I'm gonna start hacking at the webs with my free hand,
Okay.
with my poison short sword.
Yeah. If you just beat a 10 and you're hacking through rope.
Do I roll my short sword?
Yeah, just
Or-
don't roll it on a target. Just
Yeah.
double click your thing here.
Well, shit.
You beat it. Yeah, tie goes to the attacker. You
Barely.
start hacking, and your arm is free.
This
one
is
of
my
your-
offhand arm free.
Both of your arms are free. Yeah.
All right, then am I still?
Your legs are still not great. You've got one that's like braced against broken bits of bridge and therefore not stuck.
I free myself.
All right. You're no longer entangled in anything, but one of your legs is still stuck in the webbing.
Oh, they were
Um,
both stuck. Okay.
One was tangled in the bridge from before. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So I got. Okay, I see.
You're more or
All
less
right.
free. You would only need to beat a DC 5 to loosen your leg on a strength check, but that would have to be part of another turn.
Yep.
You could still take a bonus action if you wanted.
I don't know that I already used my bonus action for my offhand, so I don't have a bonus action. Yep.
You are correct. Thank you. Okay, Nalian, we're back to you.
All right. Okay. Well, I'm gonna keep moving forward. I mean, I'm looking down my scopes the whole time. Just kind of down my sights best I can.
Okay.
This fucking crotchety piece.
You just see it like fucking Zahn bouncing up and down on the demon.
Like I have like one hand outstretched onto this rope holding me, and the other is like right in front of me, trying to look down the sight. As I'm moving forward.
Okay.
And I cast Planar Warrior again on the same dude.
Okay.
That again, they're just like this resurgence of that connection between the two of us for what it just kind of feels. I don't know. Digital is the only way I can think of describing the look
Yeah.
square and boxy in shape. And and then I ready another action again. This time I want to be at a little bit of an advantageous height
Okay.
because I'm still up on this bridge, and my trigger is a real advantageous shot, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Like really, like a primo.
Okay.
You talk about primos.
You can technically go 15 feet and still
Yep.
be good if you want to go all the way to the broken part of the bridge.
Yeah, sounds great. Sounds great.
Alright.
Perfect. Yeah.
All right, cool.
Thanks.
Bupido, still moving slowly up next to you, Oscar. He almost like uses your back and shoulder to like rest his crossbow on it and like reload.
Hold still.
And he with, let's see, cover, half cover now, with -2 because of the cover, fires again at the demon and hits with an unnatural 20. Does 6 points of damage.
Holy shit! A nat
damn.
20? Oh,
unnat.
Unnatural.
Unnat 20.
Sereth kind of following in line with Topsy, and like basically at Row as you're cutting the bridge free, some of like the planks almost like fan out and splay, and Sereth tries to dexterously jump onto one of them and land on it as like, you know, hot lava. And he does exactly that, kind of sliding and
There
climbing
he
down
goes.
and landing behind the demon on one of the
Hell
broken
yeah.
wooden planks, and kind of like using it to stay unstuck. He pulls forth his short sword in this action and swings at the demon creature and hits for 4 points of damage.
Oh!
The demon creature is
Nailed
now
it.
still trying to buck Zahn even more as you lightly kick into his back. Give me a strength check, Zahn. Ooh. Oh!
Who is this guy?
As he
Where have
tries
you
to
been?
buck and lose you, you swing around and you see the craning long neck of this thing. You can make one free attack.
Oh my god.
Get him in his spinal cord. The fucking spinal cord, man.
Staff?
Yeah. No, actually, no. You're fucking holding on with both. Of
Oh!
them. Yeah. Sorry.
No.
I'll still take the to hit though.
That's a hit.
Okay.
That is a hit.
Just roll damage from your unarmed strike, please.
Wait, but it's also sneak attack, right? Because I have an ally within 5 feet.
Yes, that is true.
Damn.
Oh!
You gonna kill this thing all by yourself?
Uh-huh. Uh-uh.
You like kick hard into the fucking neck, and like it almost like snaps before like resettling, and you see it like so clearly like where the broken wing meets the neck was already quite injured. Ezric.
Alright, Ezric's gonna use all of his strength to try and
Okay.
break free.
All of
Alright.
it. That's not all of it.
Oh my god.
So close. I tell you what, with the that wonderful worming pelvic thrust of a chill touch prior, I'd say the DC went down from a 15 to at least a 14 in that position.
Oh my
So
god.
you managed to grab a part of the broken bridge that's now dangling even lower above you, and you kind of see Oscar up about 8 feet from you right now, just past your hand, and you pull yourself partially free. It's almost like just you hear like that ripping, glue peeling off sound as you pull your upper body free, but like your legs are still stuck down in. It's pretty much.
I can't do anything
Can't
else.
do much else right now, I'm afraid.
He's 8
8
feet below me.
I'm trying to say, like, if your feet are here,
Yeah.
he's like his full extended height is probably about like 7-8 feet with his arms all the way up. He's basically grabbing at like the lower part of the bridge just past your feet.
Okay.
Um,
I'm like a cat.
I'm gonna fucking help.
yeah.
I mean,
Topsy,
I'm not strong.
Topsy still down, landed on like the braided cross piece of rope. Goes and swings her war pick at the now besieged vulture demon. Let's see.
Oh no.
She
Wise
swings
men say.
under low right into the leg of the fucking thing
Oh.
and does 6 points of damage.
Wow.
Holy fuck.
Zahn.
This thing's
Um,
weak.
As I kick, I want to use the momentum. And let me just be clear from the top view: is this still bridge? But on the where does the bridge end?
Yeah, so-
On the
Actually, no. Ro basically severed it at the root of the bridge on that side. So like it got cut across.
You're welcome.
Here,
So-
and that came down.
with it dropping however many feet, how far forward did it fall? Like where is there dry land?
So I mean, like other than the broken bits that Sereth is now standing on out there, basically where Topsy is and where Ro is where the broken bridge meets the web.
Okay, I would like to use the momentum I had from that kick to disengage from the demon.
Oh, pushing away.
I want to push away from him, and I want to land out of his range.
Okay. Make an acrobatics check, please.
You roll a 1. You're dead.
You're dead.
No!
Oh.
Jesus!
But you're the one
I was
who had to
joking!
Say it.
I was joking! I was joking!
I mean-
you try to swing around off him, and you disengage without a problem. But in terms of landing on a safe piece of land, you more
off
or
to the
less
side a little
do. But one of your left foot comes down and is stuck in the webbing.
Okay, cool.
Why don't you make a perception check for me, actually?
You fall off the bridge.
And how
God damn.
fucking clear is my shot?
Oh, it's looking quite clear. Zahn, real quick though, before you
Here we go.
release
Here we go.
that thing, Zahn,
Yep.
straight ahead, as you land across through this open canal here with your half elvish eyes,
Mhm.
you see the large silhouette of a spider wrapping up basically starting to cocoon a large creature. And it looks
Oh.
to you a lot like Prince Darendil.
Oh no! Prince Darendil!
Okay,
son of a bitch.
I think with the spore thing, can I think a picture? Like as in they can see it? No? Or is it
It's
just
so-
sound?
I mean,
That's
like,
so
I
good.
gotta think if you were trying to think a picture, like at least some of the descriptive
I know what you're saying.
words would
Yeah.
form in your
Yeah.
mind and people would pick up on that, but
Sure.
Like draw arrows?
But
Is
it's
that
all by words mostly.
Yeah. I mean, I'll use. It's all mental anyway, so I'll
yeah,
just
it's
describe what I see. But I just thought it'd be cool if it was a picture. But
That was
Yeah,
the
no,
best
I
quote
see what you're
ever.
pictogram?
yeah.
Can I take a picture?
Taste
glad I
and
can.
color.
Yeah, exactly.
and then I
Yeah.
kind of also think, should we help?
How wide open is this shot?
Oh, it's so wide open right now. Yeah.
Oh! Shoot him right in the
I would
dick.
say that even though he is slightly obscured with your height advantage and how you're kind of like hanging off the rope here right now, he wouldn't really have cover in this moment with Zahn just jumping off.
Okay. Well, I'm just gonna use his crossbow in his butthole. Well,
Oh!
it was his face. Face, to be honest here. Everyone else.
Mistaken for a butthole because it's so ugly.
Yep.
It does look similarly.
It should run his butthole.
And then you say,
Oh.
I didn't roll advantage. Did you say with advantage? I can't remember.
No advantage,
Okay.
but you may roll your normal damage and then roll your planar warrior damage on it as well.
Oh.
I still gotta make that into like a buff, but
4's good.
You
It's dead.
connect and send the thing in. Like,
Oh,
what you
I meant to
imagine would
say-
be a forceful blow. Yeah, go ahead.
Before I fired, I was gonna go, and then I wanted to make eye contact with it, and shoot it, and do like a little, what's up, like expression.
Mm. Yeah, I just imagine you're kind of like hanging off and like.
Damn! You killed it.
Holy shit! I
it
did
goes-
nothing.
It goes reeling back, and you expect it to be like an explosive blow from these planar forces you're drawing on. Instead, it just gets stuck and tumbles down over itself, and the neck just kind of flops
Cool.
down like a giant
Oops, sorry.
flaccid penis.
With wings.
One
You
wing.
are you're technically out of initiative, though. Both Ro and Zahn have spotted what
Yeah.
appears to be something else to the east of you.
Can I switch my Colossus Slayer to one of
Yeah,
the
right.
spiders down below?
If you can see the silhouette of a spider, yeah, you could switch it to that.
That's what I want. I would like to do that.
It's your hunter's mark, right?
Yep. Hunter's Mark. Sorry, not Colossus Slayer. Yeah.
Okay. Let me just turn him on then.
Oh boy.
Ro,
Oh.
And I'll keep hacking at the spider webs. I'm like really upset about these spider webs on my leg. I'm gonna
Ro,
keep.
can you
Yeah.
cast your dancing lights over to the
Shut
spider?
up! I'm hacking at these spider webs. Ugh, get them off of me. Ugh.
And since sorry,
I could do
uh,
that.
Since Ro is keeping us in initiative here by
Yeah.
transferring the very same hunter's mark, I will have you, Ro, finish your turn, but then we're going to finish people who are still in the queue here.
Okay. I'm basically just gonna transfer my mark, and then if you'd let me, I'm gonna keep hacking at the spider webs on
Okay.
my leg.
Yeah, you just make a strength check for the spider webs. It's more of like a pull yourself free situation.
I just pulled the whole menu down into the. Oh, okay. I see how you're doing me. There we go.
Mm.
How's that? Is that enough?
I
Yeah,
see how you do it.
that should do it.
What? -1. What does that mean?
Oh.
I didn't roll the nat 20. No.
It is a nat 20. Yeah, you finally pull yourself free with ease. And
Why didn't I start with this web?
I'll-
This was the easiest one.
with the natural 20, you can still take a move if you like.
I will do that. Holy shit. I'm gonna move in here, and I'm gonna yell back as I'm doing it. Look out! There's spiders on the way.
So
you're
you
gonna
are
move
on
in-
web.
we're like
Oh,
130
shit.
feet
Yeah, okay.
down.
Never mind. I stay
You
exactly
are
still.
here.
Stay still. There's spiders on the way. See how I changed it up.
So you can stay where you are. Basically, you have to just move a little bit inward onto some like planks from the bridge.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. So back in the turn order.
There's spiders. Careful.
People hearing about the spiders and seeing some of you start to move, they continue down the bridge as best they can.
I do have a question actually.
Sure.
Does Ro recognize the vulture demon from at all? Like, does he recognize it from the Underdark?
You can make a it's an intelligence-based check, but make a nature check.
Nature, alright. I could do that. What's that?
You are familiar with you've never seen them before, but you're familiar with the demon's name. It is a Vrak.
Oh.
Only thing you know is that they're not super intelligent, and they are in fact demons spawned in the infinite layers of the abyss, and are generally considered to be the embodiment of chaos and evil engines of destruction. You know, many drow would potentially summon them as part of some dark ritual, or perhaps there was some rip in the material that separates the material plane that you're on and some of the outer layers in the other planar dimensions, including the abyss.
I hope Stool broadcasted all of this as I
All
was
of that.
remembering it.
You're just thinking it.
Just like, oh shit, that's one of those demons, guys.
It's a good thing we got jizzed on, guys, because
Yep.
it's actually been pretty beneficial.
I wiped the smuts off my face.
A pretty great first experience for me.
Yeah.
That's your first time?
Not bad. Not a bad one.
Damn, dude.
Big load you got there.
This is an Aqua Teen Hunger Force Cup.
Yeah.
I totally don't mean to be that guy, but Ro, you were also 130 feet away when we got sprayed.
Oh, that's true. That's true. All right, I think it, and I hope everyone else understands. but they don't hear the message.
No, but we, us the viewers, we definitely all got to enjoy
We feel it.
all of that.
Yeah.
The message.
Actually, that guy's doing that too. Sorry, one second.
How many feet can he spray?
100, I think.
Oh,
No, that's too much.
130 maybe.
Maybe like 140.
What if it falls
50?
down? What if it falls down onto me?
Okay. We will now go to Oscar.
Hello.
Is Ezric still underneath me?
He is.
Can I reach him? Can I touch him?
Yeah, you can.
I reach out my hand, and then as you grab my hand, I say, "The light of Ilmatir bless you." And then my hand is like, it's like grabbing on, it's like shaking someone's hand who's like really limp, and so you just kind of like, because I have no strength at all. But your hand, as it comes away from my limp noodle fingers,
It's like a
it feels all
clammy-
warm and tingly.
clammy hand wash. Just
Yeah, but yet your muscles are glowing
Oh.
just a little bit,
Oh.
and I give you a wink. Give it your best, Sonny.
Ezra gives
My
a
God.
dark smile back to Oscar.
Yeah. Hey, where's Eldith? I look around. I look around for Eldith.
Who?
The dwarf.
and you touch him. If you want to drag it right on his token, that'd be super cool.
Oh, it's guidance. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
It's
and-
just guidance.
oh, it's guidance. Oh,
He's over there.
I misunderstood.
I didn't do anything.
Yeah. He touches you, and
No, I mean it's a Dexter D4 if you use it to
yeah.
pull yourself up. And
And-
bootstraps and such.
In this moment of him touching you, he mentions a dwarf, and like you hadn't really thought about it, but there is a body just balled up on the webbing, unmoving this whole time, and it looks like Eldith from the cells, the prison cells.
I
I
look around. I look around. Can I see it?
Like as you see Ezric kind of like locking onto this thing through the broken bridge down
Yeah.
below, you can see her. Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna cross to the other side of the bridge, and I am readying a spell. But, for my next turn,
The spell of free webs.
I'll see you on the other side.
Okay. Make a perception check for me, Oscar.
How far down is she, by the way? How far away?
From you there, I'd say like straight down
Oh,
from
damn.
you, the webbing is probably just about 6 feet in this spot.
Oh, okay.
And her, from you to her, like on the diagonal, is probably like 10, 15 feet.
Okay.
Sorry, 1 second.
Nice
for
Sokotoa.
Your perception
Actually-
check. You
Actually, oh yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, you notice you don't think she's alive in this moment. To
Oh.
the point where like a normal healing
Gone,
spell.
gone.
Like gone, or unconscious.
Like unless you somehow have a resurrection spell, you don't think
Well, I mean, there's.
you got what you need.
Well, you don't think she's alive, but maybe she is.
That's right.
You never know.
I don't know
So
what I'm supposed to do with that
anything
knowledge.
short- Anything short of resurrection?
How much resurrection are we talking about? Like mouth to mouth, like CPR.
Yeah, survivalists, resurrection.
Wait, didn't
Does,
she fall down before we went in the priestess area? She fell down a long time ago and she was already dead. She's.
Super dead.
She was one of the first. That's when,
What do you say?
When
I'm
this
saying
happened
she's dead.
here, when this bridge
She-
gap happened, that's when she fell.
Stop making it, boys.
Did she ever get her greatsword? I think she did, right?
Her axe and shield. Yeah.
She did.
Or a hammer. It was
in-
a hammer. Sorry, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
She's
hand.
probably buried
Yeah.
with them.
I thought it was like a two-handed, like big thing.
Is a warhammer.
Um,
One-handed warhammer and a shield with a family crest on it.
is it down there with her?
You see her weapon and shield with her, yeah.
I dig it.
Oh no,
Do
she
it,
died
do it.
with them.
Yes.
I
She died.
dropped down to her,
Yeah.
So cool.
Love it.
and then
I
I'll
love where your head's at.
Okay. You're
Yeah.
You know what's perfect?
I have.
You know what's perfect, dude? Is that Oscar, you're going down there like, oh, it's too late for her, it's too late for her. Fucking corpse.
Oscar
What?
falls into
Can't
the
waste it.
I wasn't doing that. I was actually
Oh,
going
sorry.
down to give my last rites to her. I was gonna heal her,
Sorry.
but getting there,
But then
if she's, I mean, I treat you like that, but she's a dwarf, so it's different. He's a little racist. He's old. Come on. So yeah, he performs maybe like a last word for dwarf through
you
the
were
Seer words.
superior to us.
Okay.
And
We all disliked you.
I'll put her shield on my back and then take her warhammer.
All right, since you're not moving much at all, you can
That's it.
basically you can drop down and see like the visible parts of the broken bridge that Ro broke earlier, and just sort of climb and hang and just slowly drop onto them, and it's pretty adjacent to where her body is, and kind of like standing on a pulpit above her in this moment. You start just kind of saying a few words, or
Yep. I give her the blessing of Ilmatir and commend her dwarfen spirit into his hands.
You're dead now. Good
She's
luck
just
in
kind
the
of like-
afterlife.
her shield arm's just like out in like the underside of her arm, and then the back of the shield's looking up, and like her head's just turned with her hammer in one hand, just kind of stuck and almost pinned in the web.
Yeah. I want to recover her shield and hammer for her family's name.
Yeah. I dig that.
That's it.
Are we out of initiative?
Oh, no, you're not.
Okay.
No,
again-
there's
again-
spiders coming.
Again,
Remember?
the moment
I
you
do
moved,
know.
the moment you
I
moved
do
your
know.
hunter's mark onto the distant spider,
I wanted
combat
that
did
boost. I
not
wanted that
end.
boost.
That's it. That's where my turn ends.
That's all right. And sorry, and Ro, just because that interjection did happen and sort of became a we're staying in combat thing, that was your turn in this round.
Yep. Yep.
We now go to Nalian.
Yeah, I definitely saw Oscar saying his words and everything, and I found it unique. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't realize that there was so much. Well, because I've hunted humans. Like, my character has hunted humans as a bounty hunter, and I just watched this dwarf come up to another dwarf and really take to this race. You know what I mean? Like, I never had that feeling towards my own race, you know? And I never seen it before. It opened my mind, basically. And now, I look to the east. There are spiders.
Yep. I definitely want everyone to know that there's spiders to the east. If that's my turn.
Where are your dancing lights, by the way? I don't remember where they are.
They're still in a line pointing
making, like,
straight
a
down
beacon.
to me. Yeah.
To you, that's right.
Yeah, to me. I retract them actually.
Wait, did they
Hold up.
disappear?
They do.
Shit, so it's dark here?
Yeah, welcome.
It's not like dark. With the reflection on the
I
water
take them back.
and a lot of the bioluminescence from some of the fungus around here, there is a very, very slight bit of light.
Thank Tom Haverford.
Wait,
Welcome
Tom,
to
I
my
have dark
world.
vision?
Dim light.
I have dark vision. I'm a dwarf.
I think most of us do. Yeah.
But you're really old. Is it still
Cool.
any good?
Yeah.
Yeah. You
blurry,
have
but-
normal vision.
Dim light vision is what they.
Yeah. Can't see so good anymore.
Nalian. So you kind of snap out of it, and you
I remember hearing the moth in my ears. There are spiders.
okay.
My head, like a raptor. Or what? Sorry, to the east. It whips to the east.
What did the raptor sound like?
That was just when the turn.
You can see clear enough.
Didn't skip a fucking beat.
Yep.
You can see clear enough the silhouette of the spider. It's hard to make too much out in terms of what's going on there. And you, at this point, more than anyone in this group, know that trying to walk on the bare spider webbing is not going to be a fun time. What are you doing? Are you just holding here? Are you watching? Are you looking for something else?
I'm looking for spiders. I'm gonna keep.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, you can see one.
Wait, I'm sorry. So, Prince Durendril is 180 feet up, as well. Is that what you said?
I'm telling you,
This guy here.
when you're looking, that you see. Actually, just draw on here. Where's the?
Oh, I see. Nothing.
About 70 feet across from you, along the webbing, is one cocooned figure. It's large enough that you kind of think Quaggoth, and you see a partially cocooned one in front. Like actually, the spider would be like more on top of him, and it looks like the more refined, featured Prince Darendil. The longer you study it.
Is it about like a level horizon though? Like, I mean, am I have to go up to spiders or just like straight across?
No. Yeah, straight across. Like you are again. If you look at that side view.
Yep. Okay. Yeah.
You're all in the top layer of the spider web. They're actually quite a bit thicker in depth, but you're all on the same plane right now.
Okay. Yeah. All right. That giant spider. I take my crossbow and I go through the motion again that I saw what to do. Bupido. And I hit this motherfucker with a guiding.
Oh, yeah, you do.
Because I think it's like 100.
Yeah. You using your last bit of magic.
Yep.
You fire and hit with your guiding bolt.
May I also retcon this a little bit before I fire? Because I didn't even say how I wanted to pull the thing back, and I wanted to connect again to this, to focus in as my planar warrior does. Just really connect to this guy, and then I fire it. Say, I choose you.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, damn.
Ooh.
Whoa.
Good.
And okay.
Nice.
Oh, you killed it.
With like a sudden conjured like larger than average glowing bolt, you just take all of your hatred of spiders and unleash it in one forceful
I'm
shot.
Exhausted.
And the spider stops moving. You do see several forms past the spider as it drops, and I don't know if you were there. Let's just leave it at you see a few additional forms past the spider, also in the webs, but you can't really quite make them out from this distance. Not loving that track. You're holding here, yeah?
Yeah, I'm holding here.
Okay.
And I say, no more spider to the east. And then will you refresh my memory real quick on Prince Darendil? Didn't he promise us something? Like if we got him out of here?
Yeah, his kingdom.
That's what I thought.
Whoa,
That's
damn.
what I thought. I remembered that.
Let's just save him.
Yep. Oh yeah. I agree. By the way, I'm thinking this out loud.
I'm responding. Like, we gotta go get him.
Okay. Bupido kind of holds here. Looks at you all and just says, "I'm not going on those fucking webs. And he starts like kind of looking towards the side of the bridge, just past where Eldith's body is. It almost, where you are, Oscar, it almost like is like being near the edge of the top of a waterfall. Like there is an opening here that drops down and is more or less web-free other than a few loose strands. And you kind of see Bupido moving next to you, Nalian, and he's just like looking over the edge, like, fuck this guy, I'm gonna jump. Like I'm not walking down here in the webbing.
Well, is he jumping right now?
No, but he's kind of like sizing up. You know, he's marinating on it right now.
Fiddy, I think I found a loophole, and I don't like it, but I'm gonna run it by you.
Sure.
So Hunter's Mark, I can use a bonus action to transfer it to any creature I can see.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put it on Zahn.
Okay. Sure.
And then when I see a new monster I can attack, I can put it onto that monster, right? That's the deal.
Well, no. The only way that you can transfer it is if you kill Zahn.
Wait, really? Hunter's Mark.
I think so.
The creature
If the
dies,
target drops
right.
to 0 hit points. So, I mean, if you're betting on Zahn going unconscious, then, yeah, you can then transfer it. But not until then.
Okay, never mind. I didn't find the loophole.
Thanks.
I put it on Zahn anyway.
No.
I put it
Thanks for
Working as
interrupting
intended.
on not your turn.
Shoot the hostage.
I thought I found a loophole, guys.
Sarah's still standing there, like, just watching in awe up at Nalian and whatever the fuck that was. And he's looking back and he says, you know, he just kind of looks up towards you, Nalian, and you, Ro. Says, "There's at least one more of them." And he's kind of like gesturing with his blade to like just past the stalactite. And like as he's pointing, you can see like some shimmer and bounce in the web. He's just kind of bracing himself here. Like he's on stable ground and surrounded by a web and a bridge full of people on the other side, so he's not moving beyond that. Ezric,
Yes.
you're feeling
You've got guidance.
extra holy right now. You feel the lingering touch of Ezric still with you. There you go.
Yeah.
Plus D4.
And roll a D4.
Oh.
This one?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh my
So that's
god.
a 1. That's a 1. All right.
I mean,
But not
still-
bad.
I was just looking for a
Your
10.
role's a teenager now.
Okay.
You managed to like a teenager who never learned how to swim on the edge of a pool, soaked in water. You managed to grab at the bridge and slowly crawl your way on to the broken side of the
Can-
bridge.
Can I okay. Am I within Talking's reach to Bupido? Can I engage in conversation with him?
Yeah, you're
Right
basically
there.
just behind Nalian and Bupido right now.
It's not as scary as it looks.
All right. So Ezric gets his footing and walks up behind Bupido and he says, "I don't think you want to jump down there. I've seen how this ends for you, and let's just say it goes poorly. I think you want to stick with us." And also, he makes eye contact with Bupido at this point. You said that he turned to me, right?
Yeah, he's kind of like looking over his shoulder at you. Like,
Okay, so we connect.
fucking human.
We connect eyes. I'm not a human.
You can hear him thinking like
thinks
all
you
of
are
these
anyway.
all of these thoughts. Yeah.
He's racist.
He's also racist.
And with Heart of Darkness, I attempt to convince him to stick with the team and
Heart of
not
Darkness.
jump off the edge.
What
make a,
are
char-
you?
Make a charisma check, please. Just a
What
Okay.
are you?
charisma roll.
Heart of
We got a yep. Here it is. Wait, did I not? Oh my god, I'm so
It
tilted.
didn't go. It didn't go in the thing.
I'm so tilted by that.
All right, 6 is 9. What is that? 13. There you go.
You see him just kind of looking at you, long and hard. And he's
Is he a
just kinda
human?
He just kind of nods. And he turns back towards like this fucking giant lit arrow that Nailing just shot, like where the by the spider is, and he just more casually just slumps his light crossbow on the side of the railing and just watches, like fairly nonchalant in this moment. Topsy is just sort of holding the line here, same as Sereth. Zahn.
Well, my leg is stuck, so I want to pull my leg up. But I also want to start thinking about, or asking everyone, like, so do you think it's worthwhile to save him? Probably. Yes, no? How do we get over there? Do we use planks of wood or something? I don't know.
I can get to him.
Any
That's
other
all I say.
thoughts?
That's all I say. Let me do it.
Anyone? I don't know how to get across this one.
I've got a solid
I-
plan.
Smitty, I asked you something on in this.
Oh yeah.
We
sorry.
need to save
Did
him.
my answer pertain to this?
Actually, why don't you guys talk amongst yourselves for a moment while I just tidy up a few things, including
He's
the-
got a Quelgoth next to him.
Hey, that's the friendly Quaggoth, right?
He will be once we free him.
Does he want to live?
Yeah, right.
I thought it was is Prince Darendil the one that looks like a Quaggoth?
He looks like a
Yeah.
What if we cut? If we all agree he's worth saving, what if we cut some planks and lay them vertically
Yes.
If you guys
across this way?
That's a good idea, Zahn.
look, if you guys get me one of these spider webs, attach it to an arrow, and I'll fucking fire it in there. I'm a ranger. I got
Where?
this. I'll fire it right onto Prince.
No,
Prince-
don't shoot him.
We
No,
need him
I'll-
to be alive.
He's dangling down from a single strand, right?
Oh,
Like I'll shoot that strand, and my strand will attach to that one, and I'll just I'll pull him in.
That
I thought
sounds
he
like
was-
a terrible plan.
I thought he was on the ground.
No, there's no ground.
I mean, not on the ground, on the webbing that's the
Because
ground.
we're all right here now, right?
Pity.
Zahn is correct. The
dangle?
body, as if the body was just like stuck on the ground. It's like partially wrapped up around the legs right now.
Is he close to the bridge? Like, could we grab him from the bridge on the north?
The bridge fell.
This
It fell?
this here.
The North Bridge.
Oh, we're way down. We're way below.
But what I'm
It's like,
saying
yeah.
is, what if we cut the wood, like
Yeah.
because it's in planks, and we lay it
Use it.
vertically,
Yeah.
so we don't have to use as much wood
Get the
to
most
get over
distance.
there.
What
Get
do you
the
mean
most
by
distance.
what do you mean by vertically?
So
Yeah, and then I just so like this, and I just start doing it.
Oh, you mean side by side, hot dog style?
Whenever
Yeah.
it's appropriate.
a hot dog towards Darendil,
Towards Arendelle. Okay.
like in a line, like
So
literally a
straight.
straight line.
I don't understand. I don't understand what you're trying
Oh
to.
my God.
What direction are we going in?
I can't tell if this is.
Use your words. Use your words.
This is as straight as the lines you're gonna get.
Yeah,
Okay.
and I also want to pull my leg up.
Whatever. I mean, I was just doing it for flavor of the wrinkles.
I've also put Hunter's Mark. I've transferred it onto Zahn. Just for future reference.
You put it on Zahn?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey,
you can't
buddy.
pull my leg up.
Yeah,
I mean,
sure
that
you
means
can.
you can see me and track me anywhere.
Yep, I helped you
Cool.
pull your leg
That's
up.
true. That's true.
Oh no.
No, I can see him. Don't you worry about it.
Gonna get real creepy real quick.
Yeah, it is.
Fiddy, are we doing encumbrance rolls? Are we ignoring all that?
For now, let's ignore it.
I hope not. Yeah. How many weapons do you have on you?
No, I mean, I think after this after this area,
Okay,
there will
yeah.
be like a general. If you stay, on the
You like spill your robes out. There's like 100 swords.
Okay. Zon, sorry, totally got sidetracked in that sort of 1 minute break there. One of your legs is still stuck. What are you doing?
I'm pulling it free, and I think Rose said he was helping me.
Yeah, I'm helping him.
Okay.
I can feel everything he's doing.
Yeah. All right. With advantage, just roll a strength check.
Okay.
Oh yeah, that's how you do it. There you go. Yeah.
Pretty good. All right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Helps lift you, peel you off of the web onto.
I know your mother's maiden name now.
Some of the wood.
You're being weird. Do you have a knife or something? I only have any.
Yeah, you want a knife?
Staff.
Yeah.
He
Here's
only
a
has
knife.
a staff.
I have a knife. Yeah, I do.
Do you actually have a knife?
I do have a knife.
And can I actually use it?
No.
Oh my God.
And I just see Zon just walk past him. So.
Yeah, I fucking walk right past him and I go up to whatever the fuck that guy's name is and say, I need
Sindra?
something sharp. Someone have a knife?
And as you're doing that, Oscar says, "Can someone give me a hand?" Because I'm not on the bridge.
Oh, if I hear you think that, which I probably do, I'll go over and help you.
Yeah, I hear it twice, so I go to help as well.
Hey,
Stop echoing!
I'm heavy.
Shut up!
Lift me.
I help him over the edge with Zon.
As Zon comes over to help Oscar, Ezra's just kind of like fiddling with his dagger in plain view.
You could have helped us the whole time.
So you guys can climb back up, but it would be a little awkward for Ro and Zon to go up there. You could basically
Okay, then never mind.
you could basically try to pull Oscar over the body of the Quaggoth onto your part of the bridge, which is more or less like just on top of the web at the base level.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll try.
I mean,
I'll try it.
If I can see people helping him, then
Yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
provide help.
Oscar, do you have something sharp I can use to help cut these ropes? And
Ezra just kind of holds his dagger up to the light, and it's like shining in the light.
I don't know if Zon can see you doing that.
I have an iron spike. That's all I have. I'm sorry. I have hammers, maces. That's it.
For God's
Okay.
sakes, just use this, and I give him my scimitar.
Oh. All right, I'm gonna start cutting the beams, Fiddy.
It's probably a little big for you. You probably don't know how to handle a scimitar.
Oh, yeah,
The
let me help you. Shoulder
The-
rub.
the rope around the beams. I'm gonna cut them to free the wood so we can make a pathway to Prince Darendel.
Okay.
Okay.
That was
After-
my. Go for it.
After seeing them play around with these planks and the way that they touch the webs and everything like that, and just how they play around with each other, I take some of the smaller planks and I put them to my feet, and I strap that rope that I still have that's attached to my claw. I wrap that rope around them and see if they work like snowshoes, where it distributes the
Oh,
weight more evenly across the webs.
that's cool.
Okay. Make a
I just take a small step out there.
make a survival check for me.
Oh, you got this.
And actually, hold on.
Yeah.
Your favored terrain.
With advantage?
Is
So I'm
spider
trying to
webs?
remember- I'm trying to remember what favored terrain does.
Underdark or whatever the hell we are.
It's not recognizable as Underdark. That's how you described it.
It's more as yeah. No, this part is.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, then
Where's
I'm
that?
not. Then I'm not obstructed by any of these webs.
No, this is more than just difficult terrain, I'm afraid.
Oh.
Yeah, okay. No, it doesn't affect your nature check, I don't believe. You're a natural explorer. Or your survival check. So you can just make a normal survival check, please.
Just ignore me.
Looking for a 10.
Okay. Nailed it. Got a 1.
I'm stuck worse than ever before.
It gets worse.
It's like the snowshoes you made just stick to the web even more because there's more surface area for it to stick to.
Good to know. Good to know.
Nope, snowshoes don't work.
It's the opposite of what should happen.
I feel like also, Fitty,
Yeah.
because of that, I think that the rope on my hook, the whip thing, should be gone. But I still want to take the claw with me right now as a hand weapon.
Okay. Yeah, I'm good with that. Yeah, you just lose some of the extra range there. All right. Oscar.
Yeah,
Hi, guys.
I'm heavy.
You have like 10 swords on you.
My back.
They're like making sparks as you drag them on the ground.
It's lots of noise.
Anyone need a sword?
Okay. So, sorry, you just hanging out, waiting to kind of help cut this stuff free?
I'm shoulder rubbing Zahn, so I'm doing.
Okay. That is the end of the round. Row.
All right, Rose. I'm unstuck, right?
You're unstuck.
Rose gonna he's gonna Jesus. He's gonna cure wounds himself. He's doing it.
You have spell slots left?
I do. I have 1.
Wait, Fiddy. No, never mind.
You recover 3 hit points. Did you
Got
put
a
that on
modest
yourself?
amount of hit points.
Did you drop that on yourself already? Or
I did.
Okay,
Yep,
yeah.
I did.
Cool. Oh yeah. So
I know it doesn't look like I recovered anything.
You buttered up your wounds.
Yep. And then I charge ahead.
remember, you can't because it's spider webs.
Wait,
on the
what?
ground.
Oh,
The-
god
the
damn
bridge
it!
isn't there.
Fuck. Can I make it to the stalactite?
No. You here. If you look at this.
How far can I get? Where am I and how far can I get? I want to get to that stalactite.
So you're going to side view, yeah?
Yeah.
You're here.
Okay.
It is about 25 feet to the stalactite across raw, super sticky spider webs.
How much does that slow me? How far can I move?
You'd have to like make a strength check with every step.
I'd like to do that. I want to get to that stalactite.
Okay.
I'm gonna look at the snowshoes that were just made and analyze them and be like, all right, more surface area, not good. And then I stick out my pinky, my big toes, and I walk on my big toes.
Okay. Let's just say 5-foot increments.
All right.
Make a.
I start walking.
Okay. You get 5 feet and manage to just like forcefully like rip and peel your foot free.
This isn't so bad. Yeah, this is guys. Come on, this way.
You try to rip and peel and step another 5 feet and find your leg stuck, and you almost fall over in the loss of balance in this moment. You are locked in here-ish.
Ah,
for
Jesus. Okay, this was almost safe, guys. I found 5 feet.
Where's here-ish? I can't see it on the map.
Sorry, if I just push the other map to you.
I'm walking towards the stalactite bottom.
This guy.
Ah, you're right. Oh, okay.
He's there. You
Throw him a rope.
you in this moment, Ro, see whatever the thing is that's causing the spiderwebs to still shimmer and dance, and it's moving around the stalactite, and it is a second spider. It seems to be coming towards the basically. The spot
I whistle the same song into the air that sounds like moths fleeting away, but it's really Spider East. If anyone could pick it up.
in a moment of deja vu,
There's only
Alien.
one person who can pick it up.
Yep.
No one else knows.
It's instinct to whistle that.
Nalian, are you there? He's
Nalian?
holding his turn.
I am.
Oh.
I am.
Okay.
Sorry, I was just out of right.
Oh, I
Um,
hear epic music coming.
you see a partially covered spider wrapping around the side of the stalactite on the web level. It's about 10 to 15 feet behind the body of the other spider and the two cocooned and
Right.
partially cocooned Quaggoth bodies.
Does he hear my whisper?
Yeah, sure.
Spider,
He's close
east.
I'm still looking to the east.
I like to think
was,
that
you
you're
know,
doing like elaborate ranger symbols, but really just kind of shouting, "Spider, east!"
It's a whistle. It sounds like a moth fluttering.
I rolled a 1 trying to do my dimension, so like
No.
I'm still I'm recovering. Well, no, I am gonna go east, but recovering from that.
Yeah, I mean, if you feel
Off of this.
conviction in your original plan, you could certainly try again.
Okay, nah.
You lost your whole turn last turn. That's good enough.
You mean try again with my snowshoes?
Yeah.
If that's what you want.
Cut them loose. Cut them loose.
I try one different ideation of it where before I had to like narrow this way, now I'm gonna make it a cross, and then I'm gonna add one more plank in the middle.
Okay.
I love it.
You're
Yeah,
like
I
a green
bet
army
so
man?
much. Yeah.
Go ahead and make another survival check.
Mm.
You know, everyone else
Snowshoes.
is doing something useful. I'm like, fuck.
Snowshoes not so
You're
good.
Working on a craft project.
True.
No. I'll give you guys like, I abandon.
You tie this like new configuration of planks together, and it wasn't so much that the thing itself got stuck the last time you tried it. It was just that like the bindings and the way that you assembled the thing quite hastily didn't really work out. This isn't that much better, but it sticks to your foot. And the material, which is something you're relatively familiar with in your time in the Underdark, the wood planks are the very same material that all the furniture here was made out of, which is like this faux wood, this Zerk wood. And you find that while it certainly sticks to the spider webbing, this mushroom-based material peels off in a way that requires some force, but similar to like climbing down the bridge, it would just be like moving at half speed. And you step forward.
I don't abandon it. My tail's not between. It's triumphant. Aha!
You peel forward and do a pivot.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I think
I
it's
need
gonna
to
work out of 10.
Get me a pair of those snowshoes.
It's a bare fucking
And
minimum. But it was
I-
also 2 rounds of effort.
Yeah, I also say in the head chat, put them on your feet, strap them to your feet. You can move faster.
Oh, that's a great idea. Oh, you should probably bring extra planks for Prince Darendil.
You can. I'm over here.
Cool.
No, but I am gonna just kind of hold the. I say that jokingly to Zon as he sees them already out here. So I shoot him a look.
Our entire group, like even the NPCs, have the splooge on them, right? The spool splooge.
Yeah. Everyone except Ro.
As Rick communicates across the splooge, listen to these men.
Splooge.
Your lives depend on it.
You see people kind of looking at the bridge and looking at what Nalian's doing. Most of them seem to nod. You know, like their body language indicates that they'll be trying to make their way down and do something similar. Bupido is the first to do so. He kind of climbs down the same spot that Oscar went, lands on some of the other broken bits of board, and just like starts hacking some of the rope of the bridge, and the boards above him between him and Ezric free. It looks like he's cutting enough for himself and himself only, and he starts trying to tie them on.
Oh.
Sereth is doing the same in this moment. We go to Ezric. Still up on the bridge.
Yeah, Ezric's gonna make his way down next to Bupido, and he's gonna do the same thing. He's gonna start strapping snowshoes to his feet. And he turns to Bupido and says, You've made the right choice, my friend.
He just kind of smiles at you, but it's quite creepy.
It's a sad grin.
Oh my god, that's definitely Oscar.
Yep.
Bupido isn't like a sad grin. It's like a like an uneasy grin. But you see him kind of like lacing up, and thanks, I'd say, to the groundwork of Nalian with this, like, people don't need to make checks for this. You just need to spend a turn doing like a little makeshift snowshoe, if you will.
Spider shoe.
Or
Web shoe.
two.
Spider shoe.
Oh,
I'm old.
I'm so old. Help me.
Wait, Dave, is that? Oh, that's so funny.
Yeah, I used that picture when I was sketching Oscar, and I used
That's
that as reference.
hilarious.
That's too funny.
Nailed it.
Yep. Nailed it.
Topsy joins in with the crafts project. Zahn.
These snowshoes are working great.
I mean, I'm gonna follow suit in terms of cutting up whatever wood I can, but also I'm gonna get extra planks for Prince Darendel. I'm gonna just carry it over my shoulder.
Okay. The last three start making their way down, but they're kind of waiting for a clearing. Basically just waiting for Bupido and Ezric to finish before they jump down. We then go to Oscar, the elderly.
Yeah, I don't really know what to do.
I have
So,
to poop.
I'm gonna help Zahn like cut apart more boards.
Okay.
I'm gonna just aid him. So
Oh.
that requires advantage every time you roll.
Shoulder rubs, my friend.
No, is it even better? It's even better.
Giving him AIDS.
Ro, you have 1 foot stuck in the web as you brute force your way across, and you start to see Nalian walking just past you with like these spider shoes on. You don't really hear the back and forth chatter of everyone since you don't have the spores. But
What the hell are those?
you hear like the hacking behind you, and you see everyone's like kind of taking up Zerkwood spider shoes.
This way, and I continue to try to march forward.
All right, make a strength check, please. And you start ripping and pulling your leg, and this time the weight comes down on the other leg.
Oh!
Both of your feet are stuck in the web once more.
Guys, I'm stuck. Help me!
Where are you at?
How are you not stuck? How are you all not stuck?
How far out are you?
I'm like 10 feet in front of you.
Yeah.
But are you out above Nalian or?
He is on raw like webbing in that spot right there.
I don't understand how you're not stuck.
About 5 feet from where most of the bridge is still intact.
So he's like out here.
Yeah.
I'm just waving around. It's getting worse. Like webs are just.
By the
getting through me.
way,
Place yourselves.
I just want to remind you guys that I don't have any clothes on.
That's right.
I burned them a long time ago.
Fully naked. I think you had a
Utility
belt
belt.
on. Utility belt, yeah.
Don't get
Well,
stuck
I got
if
that.
you know what I mean. Like
No.
private areas.
My mind is rewinding to Nalian fully naked except for utility belt on the bridge, watching fucking Oscar's sermon, just dangling free with the wind and the
Yeah,
mist from
totally.
the waterfall coming off.
Beautiful moment. And I shared it in a way.
I want to see like a romance novel cover painting of that.
They
Picture him
embrace.
making eye contact with the vulture creature as he one shots it. He's just like fucking naked. Makes the
Perfect.
wink that much powerful.
Not to ruin the mood, but the
But you're
giant,
dead.
the giant spider, moving with ease, kind of like crawls along the side of the stalactite, like walking
Okay.
as if it was solid ground and flat, and just starts skittering around about 30 feet, and like while clinging to the side, yeah, not unlike our poster here actually. Let me re-push that.
I have a question after Fiddy.
You see it kind of like, and like just strands of webbing are shooting out towards you, Ro.
Oh, I'm getting encumbered. I'm getting wrapped up.
You may ask your question real quick.
Is there a visible opening into the stalactite, like up above, or is this like basically there is? There's a door.
Yeah, it's the one you walked out of from the guard barracks. It's about 40 feet up though.
Oh no, I mean like down on our level.
Oh no.
Okay, it's just webs and like rock, basically.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So yeah, just strands of webbing are like shooting out and flying through the air. You are restrained
Oh, no.
technically in this moment.
Okay.
Let me just see something real quick.
Oh man, this is the word. Don't let it suck my insides out, guys.
You're gonna get sucked.
No, don't get. I don't want to get sucked.
Don't have a choice.
Don't let him get my insides, guys.
You're gonna get sucked.
I want to live.
Yeah, so he has advantage on this.
We've come so far. Don't let him get advantage. Oh no. Oh no.
Jeez.
Oh
Should
no.
have thought twice before getting stuck in the webs.
I'm stuck in the webs.
The webbing like just starts coating around you, like draping over your shoulders, and like the long strands of it start like kind of hanging down and connecting with the web around you. And you are fully restrained.
This spider is special. Its name is Longstrands. Be careful. Blah, 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 blah.
Nalian, you are
Yeah, that's me.
just far enough that you're not getting hit with any of the webs yourselves.
Longstrands'
Sweet.
webs.
It's your turn. What do you want to do?
Well, I'm gonna keep moving this way. The wall. Again, as flawless as I can, as seamlessly as I can. Just trying to get
Like sticky
different
sound,
positioning.
sticky sound, peel, rip, peel.
Yeah.
But you can.
Oh,
move-
you got
can
the
move half your
snowshoes
speed.
on.
You can move half your speed.
That's the sound it makes.
Yeah, there you go.
You know. Anyways, and then I fire at him.
And then I fucking kill him.
First, I point to him and I go, "I choose you."
You're naked. On snowshoes,
I'm sorry.
naked on
I
spider
thought I was gonna
webs.
add.
Yeah, that's okay.
No.
Yeah, no, you don't understand.
What is going on?
I will do that.
Oh. Okay.
You fire and hit.
Oh, okay.
I will reapply the forceful planar warrior damage you already rolled. Okay.
10.
You
That's
send
good.
like a piercing bolt that goes through one of its legs, and like you can hear it clink against the stone surface. It's like it just turns and looks towards you. It's your turn. I believe, yeah.
That's my life.
All-
Yeah.
that's all
I
the
think
actions.
I have like 5 feet left. 10.
You do have 5 feet left, yeah.
Snowshoe, buddy. Snowshoe.
I mean, like it's
You
a,
jumping?
you know. like,
What are you doing?
like there you go. Impulse punch. That's 5.
So you section off the last step and just drop.
Oh shit! I was
I
so
just want to
zoomed
make
in. I
sure.
didn't-
I just want to make sure that's what you're
yeah,
doing.
yeah. No. Sorry.
Okay. Oh
Yeah.
man, I thought you were doing it.
I thought you were jumping.
Not yet. Not yet.
In my mind, you step to the edge and look, and like for a moment, everyone thinks
Is he
he's just gonna
jumping?
drop,
Yeah.
and then you pause.
That's my
and
contingency,
wait,
but I didn't
yeah?
really understand it.
Okay. Sareth is
What's
just
he doing?
finishing making his shoes work, and he moves. Surprisingly, you can see this pretty clearly. He moves in front of you, Ro,
Oh.
and at
Really?
a mid-range fires his hand crossbow at the spider, trying to
Oh.
compound what Nailing was doing, but misses.
Didn't work.
Ezric.
But I won't forget it though.
See here. I just want to see how far this is. Okay. Shit. I didn't mean to do that.
It's okay.
So, Ezric's with his snowshoes on. He's gonna not use them this turn. He's just gonna extend a hand, towards the giant spider 37 and go for a chilling touch on this guy.
Oh.
Ooh, okay. You reach out and touch him with your cold hand.
He's been touched.
So now you
yep,
use
yep,
the
yep,
blood
got it.
drop.
Yeah, I got it.
Oh damn.
And you do 3 points of necrotic damage to him.
It's
I don't
super
still
effective.
have the bonus effect from what was it that I used?
Oh, your aura thing. No, that's only
That
when
wore
it's
off, right?
active. Yeah.
Okay.
Now, but the other hand, Chilling Touch also says on a hit, it cannot regain hit points until the start of its next turn. Your next turn.
Whoa.
The hand basically clings to the target until it's your turn again, and then it dissipates. But while it's on him, it can't be healed, essentially, or can't recover health.
Perfect.
That's really interesting.
And it does more fun things against undead targets, but this thing is not undead. Okay. Topsy, utilizing the extra materials being cut by Zahn and Oscar, is able to quickly get herself outfitted as well. She is also moving 15 feet alongside Sareth with her war pick still out. Zahn? I'd say you cut more than everything you need for the others around you and for Prince Darendil.
Okay.
You have not had time to put your own shoes on. as
Okay,
of
I
yet.
would say I would throw, because I know there's a gap where Bupido is. I have thrown the wood over to like where Turvy is and Iseric.
Yeah.
So they can get all their shit outfitted, and I'll put my shoes on however long or movement that takes.
Yeah, I just need the round. So you kind of make that stuff accessible and start fastening your own. In a
Would he
similar
be able
way.
to move after that then?
No, that's probably my
no,
whole
it's
turn.
full turn to do the whole action. No checks required though. Jim Jar basically just ties like a little baby Bjorn type thing out of his cloak for a stool and just kind of straps him in and starts putting kind of like making his way down the rest of the bridge and starts putting his own little spider shoes on. Turvy and Shushar do the same. Which brings us to Oscar.
I told the dead the giant spider.
Oh damn.
He's
Success.
And it has
Very
a
hardy spider.
damn it.
It's my turn.
Fuck you, Spud.
Damn. You're still holding there?
I get to the end of the bridge. See, if I can get to this side of the bridge, like right here.
Yeah.
If I reach out, can I touch Ro?
Yeah. I'd say there's enough broken
Oh.
bits of bridge between you and,
Yeah.
and that line there that you can walk.
I don't think I've
cautiously
ever
towards him
had
and
the pleasure.
be behind him. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm right behind you.
What is this new feeling? I've never experienced this before.
So
I call it-
clammy.
A good time.
I like a good time.
Don't threaten me with a good time.
Oh, this is good.
Okay. You give him the touch of.
No, I'm just behind him.
Not yet.
That was the way around.
Everyone's just teeming with anticipation.
He's just
Ro,
behind him.
Just right behind. It's warm.
Ro, you one second. You are covered head to toe in spider webbing, and your
Am I
feet are stuck in the canopy of the nest here.
Are my arms restrained?
They are enough so that you need to beat a DC 12 strength check.
Oh, damn.
Sorry, he shot his webbing at you.
How about that?
Succeeded.
Oh no! Damn it!
with-
Jesus, come on.
You rip through a lot of it, but are still partially restrained by it.
Damn it! Spiders.
But you
My
do
nemesis.
feel the comforting presence of Oscar and see two of your fellow prisoners on the front line in front of you.
Oscar, are you standing behind me?
Yeah, I'm right behind you.
Oh, I can feel you behind me.
My breath is hot.
Oh, I don't know if I like this.
Well, if you give up on that spider web, I'll pull you to shore. You look stuck. Are you stuck?
Stop with your fucking euphemism.
You look like a sticky situation. You're a tall glass of situation, aren't you?
Help me!
It's got a captive audience.
Do you need any help being released?
What's the problem? What's the matter with clergy?
I don't like this.
As this goes on, prisoner and captive, as it were, the spider sideways on the vertical wall of the stalactite, in a very quick, too quick for its size type action, just like vaults off and lands on all of its 7 remaining legs, I suppose, right in front of Sereth, and it just like lunges and bites at him.
Whoa! You got lunged at.
Sorry, I guess that was a
Hard.
pretty intense reaction.
Sereth like manages to like just brace this single short sword up against the mouth of this thing, and it's like kind of like biting on it while he struggles. Nailing it. It's your turn.
Oh yeah, it is. Just like I've done many times past these. I shoot
Nail him.
big, fat, fucking spider ass of theirs. Fucking stupid ass things.
You have spider snowshoes though. That's so cool.
Yeah, because I fucking hate spiders. Oh goddamn.
And,
Oh no!
and like as you start to second guess your decision to stay and not jump, and you see the size of this fucking spider as it lands in the trampoline of webbing.
Oh,
Like
yeah,
you're,
yeah.
you're shaking and you fire, and like all of the things that you hate about spiders just come like surging back to you.
Yeah. I also look around at the room and I see, people who are not very healthy, like Zon and stuff like that. And so I and Ro and Ezric and my party's not doing well. But yeah.
There's even a dead dwarf to your left.
Eh,
A dwarf.
Yeah, fuck him, right?
Ro started that one.
Bupido kind of nestles up against the dead, half-eaten body of the Quaggoth, and it's almost like you see like the arm kind of like slump and lift up as he like sticks and props his hand crossbow between the ribs and the arm, and he's basically giving himself cover and pointing at the fucking spider. You can just hear him like, and like anyone mentally connected with him right now just hears what you're pretty sure is a bunch of swear words in Undercommon. And he fires and hits.
Nice.
And does 7 points of damage.
Wow.
Like sending the spider like back a little bit, and it turns its attention towards Bupido and the Quaggoth. Sereth, trying to struggle with the gaping maw of this spider, is trying to rip his blade free.
Oh no. Our music got cut out.
Your music got cut out.
There he is. Oh, he's back.
Jambot.
Oh, what happened?
Jambot!
Jambot, what'd you do?
Come back.
No!
Wow.
You're not wearing snowshoes.
In like Sereth, you see him struggling, and eventually like the spider just rips the sword free from his hand, and his fingers slip off the hilt. And Sereth tries to back away in this moment. Actually, sorry, no, he wouldn't back away. The spider would get an attack opportunity. But you see him like instinctively just reach for his crossbow, despite the fact that he's in melee with this thing. Ezric, what are you doing?
Ezric is going to kind of do a combo follow-up. A follow-up is a good way to describe it, to his last move with like a chain chill touch.
Okay.
Oh, 2 hands.
And
Oh.
let's see what happens here. And then
Oh, okay.
is it dead?
It's dead.
It's dead,
yeah,
right?
if you want to describe what happens
Okay.
with that combo
So-
breaker.
Yeah. So as Sereth's sword is broken free from his grasp, a icy hand comes up from behind the spider's head and just grabs it from its upper jaw area and just pulls back, and it just explodes with blood.
Oh.
Basically just like pushing it down into the sword, essentially.
Just
Or
pulling
just going into like
pulling backwards, and like the lower jaw would still be there, but it would like.
You pull his head off.
Yeah, I'm pulling its head off,
Pull his
but
head off.
the upper head part,
Yeah,
his cranium.
like, this like spectral icy hand just like emerges from like the back of this thing's neck and just starts peeling it back like a metal lid on a can. And it drops down in front of Sereth just as like Ro peels the last gooey strands of spider silk off of his face. Smell the fires raging now, and actually as you look up behind you, you see plumes of like thick dark smoke, like smoke from an unnatural fire with all kinds of weird shit burning, coming out from the Temple of Lolth that you just left not long ago.
Oh, uh-oh. Spider Prince.
You see the opening down below towards the waterfall as the most direct route in front of you right now. You see several cocooned forms past the 2 dead spider bodies. Things are absolutely still happening around you between Drow and Demon, but in this moment, you feel like you're in your own little bubble. You're not in combat. There's no initiative here. If you just want to graciously talk amongst yourselves and tell me what you're doing.
I still think we should say Prince Darendel.
Yeah, how close
Yeah.
is Ro to the
Like-
stalactite?
That thing that made me lose my focus last time. That was the thoughts that came to my head.
You sorry, you asked how far this stuff was, Ro?
Yeah, like I want to get to the stalactite for sure.
Oh,
You're still stuck though, right?
yeah, you
Yep.
are still
Well,
stuck.
I don't know. Yeah, like can I shake myself free and get there?
I mean,
What
you're
if you
still
put on a pair
standing.
of snowshoes?
You're still standing in the thing. Yeah, your allies. Yeah, be in character about it. Even. Talk
I
amongst
don't
yourselves.
know
Let me
about the
Get some water real
snowshoes.
quick.
I don't know about the snowshoes. You guys all know about them, but except for
What
Snowshoes are working.
passes through the brainwaves earlier, but the fungus that the bridge is made out of, that wood that it's kind of made out of, all the furniture is made out of.
We
is
should spray Ro with the stool.
the center of it.
It's on cooldown.
Oh, okay. I'm
I
sorry.
can't use it, but once I think twice a day maybe.
hey, Fiddy. Okay, he's not listening. Look, we should climb this stalactite. We should go up. We should take this place over. Let's not go
There-
down. Let's
there-
let's go up.
There are demons everywhere. We
Yeah,
just
let's
fought one demon and almost died.
But-
I think we should just get out of prison. Honestly, I don't
we're gonna-
want to do this.
We're gonna jump off the edge, right? Like that's the way out of prison. What's it like if we try going up and then we fail? We're just gonna go over the edge anywhere. Let's fucking.
I think we should just get Darendil and then jump off the edge.
Wait, Fiddy's back. He's back.
Hello.
He's got ice cream. What do you got? What is that? Chicken? You got chicken?
Some pineapple.
Oh damn, pineapple.
Did you
Pineapple
suggest
pen?
that he had chicken ice cream?
Chicken ice cream pineapple. You know, whatever.
Chicken ice cream.
Chicken. Goddamn ice
Ice
cream.
I'd buy that for $1.
Yep.
What's
It was just pineapple.
what's happening? What are we doing?
Zon's moving to go get Darendil.
Me too.
Huh?
I assume that
Ezra
Zon and I
is-
kind of walk to each other. Sorry. Go ahead,
Ro-
Ezra.
Ro's gonna move forward. He's gonna try to move to the stalactite.
With no special equipment.
No snowshoes. He doesn't know.
All right.
Strength check.
That's right.
Come on.
Ezra turns to Zon and Nellian and says, "We must save him, correct?"
Yeah, we must save him, but we must also keep our eyes out for other spiders. There was at least 4 when they killed our friend earlier.
Well, let me
We are in
lead the
jail.
way. And Ezric puts a hand on one of his bolts for his crossbow and uses light bearer on it.
Oh.
Oh. What's that do?
Okay. You illuminate one of the crossbow bolts.
And hand it to Nellian.
I thought you just did. Oh shit. So funny. I bow. I nod like in a thank you.
Do I know the things?
Use this to light the way.
Yeah. So with that extra illumination, you see Zon from your vantage point here. Basically, same thing Nalien and Ezric see, which is 2 larger cocoon forms next to the spider. One of them is only partially covered, and that's the one that looked the most like the prince. Nalien in particular, as you come around to like line of sight here, you see 2 other forms in the webbing, but they are not moving.
Okay.
Like
Humanoid.
Okay.
Yeah.
Looking up, like I want to look at all the dark crevices that a giant ass spider could be hiding in. That's what I want to try to
Okay.
see if there are other spiders as we're walking forward.
Make a perception check.
And above us. Like very much above us.
Okay. You feel pretty confident that other than like the every now and then sort of like droning sound that whizzes by in the dark distance to the northwest of you, which is the sounds some of the wings of these demons were making, you don't see anything around you, in front of you, beyond the humanoid forms. For now, the webbing is not shimmering beyond any time your allies move. You don't sense any spiders.
Okay. And
Cool.
I'm just moving up to.
Doing a double
Dude, then.
move up there. Sure. With you guys essentially out of initiative, the group
Oh,
of you,
never mind.
If you're moving with Zahn, you can just move ahead. That's fine.
Yeah, I'm going with
Yes.
Ro, make a strength check, I guess.
Let's keep going.
You're still stuck.
Hey, add a D4 to that.
Oh yeah, add a D4.
Oh, I will do that.
I noodled you.
You almost
Really hard.
rip away, but
You're still stuck.
It's funny because we all walked
How-
in, and what's funny is like I don't remember that you weren't in the thing, so I even said it again when you looked at me like what the hell's happening right now?
How are you guys moving right now?
Like,
What are you
telling
doing?
you?
he's got resurrection sickness.
Help me. We're not in
Um,
Shadar
You do
sector.
have that.
You so just past like where the other cut in half bridge is where you see two other distant humanoid forms, still unmoving. Next to you, where the spider is, the three of you see the fully cocooned form again, as large as a Quaggoth, and Prince Darendil, whose eyes are closed, but you get a sense of breathing from him as you approach.
Darendil, wake up! And Zahn like gets close to him and pokes him with his stick. He doesn't want to. Like, I don't know if you wake up in a rage or something after spiders or the fury of battle. He's gonna poke him with his stick.
It's
In
like
his
poking,
face.
It's like poking someone who's like bedridden and like in like a fever sickness. Like he reacts, but he doesn't wake up.
Oh. Okay.
He seems
Duh.
unconscious more or less, but like in some sort of crazed state right now.
I don't know how to heal craziness.
We don't have a way to heal him now.
Well, what about Oscar? Oscar could maybe help, but I don't know.
I'm
I
fine.
think that old man is all out of juice.
I mean, this guy's big. If we like, there's no way we're gonna be able to drag him.
Wait,
Well,
is he big now or is he tiny gnome now?
So
He's
I
No, I-
spare the
he's-
dying.
He's a
Can this-
Quaggoth. He
He's a
just
Quaggoth.
looks a little more dignified than most.
Oh, okay.
He's a big
Is
boy.
he
thought he
like
was-
unstable or something? Why can't he move?
Probably the spider venom. That's what I'm
I mean,
guessing.
yeah, he's basically the equivalent of unconscious right now, meaning that like just talking to him, poking him won't wake him.
Okay. Okay. Got it.
I don't. Oh, actually, Fitty. Well, maybe not, but it's a long shot. I'm gonna try it. I have something in. I have spell component pouch. Would that have some kind of like very bad smelling wake up? Something that would smell really bad that I could just like.
Not really. It's really just more of an abstract way of saying like that's where you kept all of your weird roots and berries and other things that are what you use whenever you cast spells.
Okay.
You could
Also, I think he needs to be at 1 hit point in order to regain consciousness.
Yeah.
I think he's. I don't think he's. Can I check to see? You said he's breathing though, right? He's not
He's-
like.
He is breathing, yeah. I mean, for all intents and purposes, in terms of like mechanically speaking here, yeah, Oscar's in the right frame of thinking. Like you need to get him awake if you want him to move by his own volition at this point.
Also, Fiddy, I did a lot of research. We're in the Underdark right now, and it's confirmed Underdark.
Yes.
So there's a lot of stuff that kicks into gear when we're in the Underdark.
Yes.
We don't get slowed. We can't become jumped by other enemies. Blah blah blah. Like there's a lot
Yeah.
of
I'm aware.
Yeah.
But again, like the stuff that you're in now, like the spider webs, are not just difficult terrain. It's
It's
special.
super difficult terrain.
Yeah.
Okay, I get it.
Yeah.
Okay. But we can't be surprised or anything, and that kind of stuff. Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, Nalian, didn't someone have good berries or something? Maybe we could try feeding one to
Oh yes, good berries, my friend.
Did you say good berry?
our unconscious friend here.
I have back in the, you hear the echo.
was like-
I have good
Yeah.
berries.
Well, get unstuck and come over here.
I'm trying. I'm not. This is my favorite terrain.
Can I at least like start cutting his feet free?
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
looks
I
like
mean,
it's
like
binding him.
he's half cocooned right now.
I
so,
yelled-
mean, you certainly could.
I talked to Topsy and Sereth. Topsy, Sereth, help the man. This is all through the neural networking here.
Yeah.
Help the man up for Lathandir's sake.
Oh, don't take his name in vain.
You can kind of hear like a sigh from like Topsy. And Oscar, you see the two very similar looking siblings kind of move in behind Ro, and Ro, you see them approaching.
Hey guys.
The boy is like carrying planks from the bridge and is presenting them to his sister, and you see her like just glaring at you, and she like gets down, like bends down low enough and like just grabs your boot and just starts tying.
Hey, this is my boot.
Very like when someone like laces you up way too fucking tight, like she's just tying almost angrily this stuff to your feet.
Why are you so angry with me? What's wrong with you?
And you notice when you push your weight down again, it still sticks, but it peels off in a slowing kind of fashion.
I'm trying to help you. Why do you tie my laces too tight?
She's helping you. Look.
But she's
try-
doing it angrily.
Try your
Look at
feet.
read the subnotes. Read the subnotes.
You know, beggars can't be choosers.
She's helping me like she hates me.
She's helping but hurting me at the same time.
It's like a big
It's
child.
not good.
His old daddy.
She doesn't like me.
I hold out my feet too, and I ask Topsy, "Would you mind?"
They tie you up as well, but they are not as forceful.
She ties them so tight.
I appreciate it, Topsy.
They'll
Right.
never come undone.
I'm gonna give Topsy the blessing of Lathandir. No, not Lathandir.
Oh,
Ilmatir.
Oh,
Sorry, man.
There we go. Yeah, gotta get the
not
right
laughing,
one in
dear. God damn.
there. Ah, damn it.
Thank you.
That would be the wrong god.
okay.
Who was laughing, dear?
Blessing of laughing deer, be
Who's
upon you.
left?
Oh shit! Fuck!
Who was laughing? Oh yeah. Fuck.
We should make a
Um,
pamphlet.
Moving in around the Quaggoth cover that Bupido was using. Most of the others are now outfitted with these Zerkwood shoes, and most of them are kind of holding the line here near the opening down the waterfall, and they're waiting. They seem like they're at least waiting for you. The rest of you are, I mean, basically Prince Darendil, at this point, you've all had enough time to kind of cut him free from the half cocoon that he was sleeping in. His big, very heavy
Sleeping.
body is still here. Now, Zon, you said you were cutting some extra Zerk wood for him?
Yes, yeah, I was carrying it with me.
Okay.
Is Ro free?
Yeah. At this point, Rose free. You've
Ro-
got very, very tight lace Zerk wood spider shoes on.
Oh, this feels so tight and so comfortable
It's
at the
probably
same
cutting
time.
Cutting off circulation a little bit, but you can move again. So you've got a little bit of your pride back here in that case.
I move towards the Vulture Demon and I examine Vulture Demon.
Oh, okay.
Hey, Nalian, Do you think Ro's gonna be here any minute now with his good berries to help us, or? Oh, Ro?
Last you heard was, I have good berries! And then...
I shine the light over towards him, like trying to look in the dark.
He's not there.
Oh, so he disappeared again. And then Zahn keeps. If he's cleared Darendel, he starts on the other guy, I guess.
Oscar, tell Ro we need his help over here.
I think that's a bad guy.
Well, actually, because there was another Quagoth, and I'm gonna cut open like where the face is, because you said he was fully cocooned, right?
Oh.
Yeah.
And is this the guy who was helping us, or is this a bad guy?
You start cutting open here and make an insight check.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
You think this was one of the Quagoths that came and was fighting on the bridge?
Oh, okay.
But he seems like also completely unconscious.
Okay.
Just completely all fuck off that guy.
Zahn just leaves him.
Use him for bait if we need to.
So at this point, you've got Darendil free enough. You can try to drag him or carry him if you want.
Yeah. I mean, at this point, if because I don't think we can wake him up unless we heal him.
No.
I'm gonna help with this.
I'll help too.
Yeah, and so I guess the three of us like up with the planks on the ground and exactly do like a sled where we like tie him over it, and then just try to pull him.
Ezric will be in the back pushing on the butt.
Come on, you bitch!
And you just keep laying track, and I'll just because I have the snowshoes in the front.
All right.
And then as we're pulling, Zahn says, "Nalian, I'm going to kill Ro if he doesn't bring us a fucking good berry," and then start.
We're gonna need everybody, so don't kill him yet.
Okay.
That's what the bad guys are here for.
Meanwhile, Ro is examining the vulture demon. Is there anything on him? Are there like feathers, a beak, anything of importance?
I mean, he does have. Just to refresh your memory, he's got like
Should I roll for it?
A sharp tooth mouth. He's got a beak.
Here, let me
he's got
percept.
little horns. He's got finger claws. The wings themselves are feathery in nature.
I hack at the mouth, the beak of the monster, and I try to take the beak off.
All right, make a survival check.
We'll do that. Hey-oh.
Okay. In the time it would take all of you to like drag the sled of this guy and everyone else to gather up, it would probably be about at least several minutes, I would think. But in all of this, the distant chaos can still be heard. Smoke from the fire is essentially like giving you complete vertical coverage up near the former landing here. And you, Ro, if you're gonna take the part of the beak off, you do a decent job given the time you had. It's not ultra pretty, but it's quick enough to remove
most of a beak.
Yeah. And you, with Prince Darendil in tow, basically make it back to the main group here.
Hey guys, how's it going? Looks like you're looking for good berries. Looks like you're looking for good berries.
I'm yelling at him in my mind, staring at him with.
And I just say in my mind, Oscar.
Looks like you're looking for good berries.
Oscar, maybe you could look at him and see what's wrong.
Darendil here. Yeah. And then I'll investigate him. No, medicine check him.
Okay.
Oh, it doesn't work if you roll on him? Oh, that's lame.
Oh.
No.
Oh.
It's over 10. It's over 10.
It's over 10.
Yeah, it's great. 'Cause can't do
You-
much more.
You see that his mouth is actually like stuffed with webbing.
Oh, now there's webs in his mouth, and I
Mm.
dig it out.
You're able to kind of like pull it free, and like you hear like a like wheezing gasp. He is still
God.
unconscious, and nothing
Yeah.
short of some kind of healing that would take him to 1 hit point would fully awaken him in this state. Either that or a long rest.
Oh. Cure wounds.
Ilmatir, bless you.
You kind of see like him and like long strands of kind of grotesque silk hang off of his mouth, and he looks up from this prone Zerkwood plank position you've got him on. And he just starts like kind of breaking into this like enraged face, and he's
Whoa.
Oh!
Oh, we saved you.
Easy,
alive.
easy,
Ease down,
Prince,
officer.
easy, Prince.
You're with friends now.
You're back
Please.
from the dead, see?
he hears your voice and he's like kind of taking you all in. We, and his voice like goes from this like very deep, intense, gruff-sounding thing to the more elvish tone that he took when he first told you his story. He says, we're alive.
Ezric walks up to Prince Darendil and says, "We've seen this before, brother. We must press on."
Oh. He says he needs to wee-wee.
Is he his brother?
What have you seen before?
Hey, what's going on here?
We've both lived this day before. We've been transferred to bodies that we have not owned before.
What does that mean?
Because we're both in like we're different people before, right? Like he thinks he was an elf or something.
Yeah. Darendale looks at you with a knowing look, despite the exclamations from the half-drow in the back. And he
Hey! Listen to me!
he just sits up like, and he's kind of just like sitting up, still partially prone here, and he just like wipes his mind clean in a moment, and he looks at you, and I imagine, Oscar, you moved in and were giving him the good touch with that.
The
that
good
feel.
He's alive because I gave him the good touch.
Playing like a piano.
Better know that.
Yeah.
Just moving you
Make a wish.
next to him here.
Oh yeah.
And he's kind of like looking between you and Ezric right now, and he nods, and he pushes up off the plank, and instead of like you think he's about to rise, but he just turns and pivots and turns over his one knee, and he's like leaning across it, still obviously fucking wounded and out of it, and he looks up at both of you, and he says, On behalf of the kingdom of Nelrin Denvain, on behalf of my people, I vow to repay this life debt to you.
Oh, shit. Oh. We have a life debt, boys.
My curse and my kingdom are dear to me, but I will aid you until I
We got
feel
an NPC.
this debt has been paid. And he just like slowly, you can tell he's using like every last ounce of energy he has, like tries to like rise before you, and he again is this like 9-foot hulking creature, but like the way he carries himself, like even the arch of his back is the opposite of the Quaggoth that were fighting you and working here. And he stands in this form, like, and you can tell it's some considerable effort for him to maintain this posture in this body, but you can tell it means something to him, and he's just standing there like breathing, barely alive in this moment, and he looks at you all and he says, what do we do now?
We have to get out of here.
Now we jump over the edge.
And that was Prince Durendul, by the way.
Yes, yeah.
Okay. He owes us a life debt. I like it.
He is gigantic. No, he turns and looks to the waterfall. You know, he's got like that almost like werewolf like posture where it's just unnatural. And he looks at all of you and looks up at the smoke and the distant sounds of screams and droning, flitting wings, and just nods like, yeah, let's shell.
How high up are we, Fitty?
Deathly high.
I think from this height level, since you're already down about 50-ish feet from where like most of the walkways of the prison were.
Land Before Time?
You're probably about 120, 130 feet above the water surface here.
Okay, I'm totally down to just jump if you guys just want to do it, but also we could cut the rope, like the lower part of the rope, keep it attached to the upper part, like from this area, if you guys can, that rope.
I want you guys to know that I can't hear any of what you're thinking. So
I'm saying this. I'm saying it out loud. And drop it over the edge, and that would give us
further.
That would give us at least like 30,
maybe 50,
maybe 50 feet worth.
Yeah.
Wait, how far down did you say the water was, Fitty?
150.
Yeah, about 120.
120 feet.
Yeah.
We're gonna die, dudes. If we fucking fall 120 feet onto water, we're
No. The trick is to fall in the waterfall. At the bottom, so the tension is broken.
Where the water's most turbulent. We just cast ourselves into that. We'll be fine.
Yeah.
We have to solve one problem at a time.
I mean, did any of you grab rope from that supply room? Didn't you? Didn't some of you? We had rope when we were up at the top before we cut the rope bridge.
Wait, I have a question. How far down does the spider webs descend down to the water?
I mean, there's a thickness to it, but it'd be like hacking through. It's probably about like, unlike the side view map, it's really more like the way they crisscross, about 15 feet of sandwiched crisscross spider webbing.
Oh, so it doesn't descend all the way to the water.
No.
Okay.
It's suspended horizontally across the stalactites in the back walls. I mean,
Oscar.
if nobody has rope, I just assumed when you guys said you were recovering your supplies.
We had rope.
We had coils of like rope in your adventure.
Don't we all have a traveler's pack? Doesn't that have like 15 feet of rope in it?
50, I think, is the default.
50 feet of rope? Why don't we tie ropes together?
How many escape attempts have there been that have involved jumping over this bridge into the waterfall? Do you know?
Not that one's from an extra 50 feet from a bridge and whatever else going down the spider webs. Plus, we got 50. Once we gingerly tie our ropes together, we can easily get down.
Let's tie our ropes together.
Do we have enough ropes?
We have 8. We have.
Oh wait, I don't have an adventuring pack.
I don't have that either.
Well,
No.
I
think
if you
last
added
week
to your inventory, but last week a large part of that was hand waving of like.
That's right.
Grabbing rope.
We're spending time getting all of our supplies back in the guard tower.
Each of us has 50 feet of rope. We could just tie it together and we could slide right down.
I've seen this attempt done 14,605 times.
Oh! How many times have we lived?
Just one.
Jesus.
Is this the one?
Yeah. You said that. What was your face like? Were you excited about this one, or you know what I mean?
The ropes are strong.
I can't tell you. If I tell you, it'll change.
Okay.
All right.
Makes sense.
Okay,
Are we tying the ropes together?
Yeah, We're gonna tie the ropes together.
All right,
Yeah.
tie the rope.
Let's just do it. And if
Yep.
the rope breaks, I'm just
I
jumping.
I cast my rope forward with like an epic movie going theme song to it. Bum 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 bum.
Who's,
And I throw my
who's
rope
really
forward.
good? Who's really good at tying ropes?
Oh, I'm the best at tying ropes. I know how to tie ropes really good.
Oscar, maybe you could bless him or something while he ties it.
I'll help.
Yeah. Yes,
Really
I will. I
good
will
job.
tie the ropes.
I'm-
Kind of check am I making for these rope tying checks?
It'd be a survival check.
God damn it, menus. Guys, I'm so retarded. Why?
I'm
Okay.
moderately good at this time.
I'm really good at this. I'm really good at this.
Yes, at D4.
Oh, plus D4. Whoa! Let's
Hey.
go. 20.
Despite whatever frustrations you may have had with Ro's antics earlier, he comes through when it
I
when
didn't
it's-
know what you were trying to tell me.
when it comes to daisy chaining survival ropes. He manages to extend your 50-foot coil into a sturdy enough about
300 foot.
I'd say
How
100
much?
feet before it gets a little iffy in
Oh,
terms of
I see.
the integrity of it.
That's enough, though. That's all we need.
It's a good amount. Now, what exactly are you planning on securing it to?
The rope bridge, probably.
Yeah, the rope bridge. Yeah.
Like I would say, tie it around, not just
Drape it
one
over.
section, but like cross
I
it.
tie it laterally around the rope bridge, like a noose.
Yeah, like this.
Okay. It takes, another couple minutes to finish your assembly and lasso it around and secure it. But, in the interest of montaging that, you drape it over the edge, and you all
I
have-
heroically cast it over the edge.
You heroically cast it over the edge, and you're all looking at the newest path towards freedom since being here.
This is the sturdiest knot I've ever tied, my brethren. Down into the chasm.
Now or never.
Here we go. Take hold onto this sturdy knot I've tied.
Yeah, and with that time, and why I think 100 feet's reasonable, like I imagine you put some like knotted intervals in
Yep.
this. Okay.
I've woven all the ropes together in a specific pattern. Here we go.
One after the other, the more injured trying to interweave themselves with the healthier ones. You and the surviving or currently around you fellow prisoners make your way down the rope parallel to the waterfall.
We're doing it.
We're getting out, guys.
It's happening.
I have this little bottle of champagne, but I don't even want.
Look, Casey, you're gonna have to drink that. We're getting
No,
out of here, boys.
I don't even care. Just get the fuck out of here.
You can save it for like the kickoff toast next time.
Yeah, whatever.
yeah.
You know?
I've got a really important question, and my question is, who's the
Are we
guy
dead?
who is below Nalian, who has to look up and see his butthole?
I'll let you all
Totally
go
naked.
first.
He's totally naked.
Yeah, Nalian's
I
still
go
there,
last.
like along like the edge, just getting
Chivalry. I go last.
Black and yellow, black and yellow.
All right. Well, should we pick up next time on with all of you waist deep or holding on to taller people, wading in the deep cold waters at the base of the waterfall, but no longer amongst the Drow prison camp up above?
We're out. We're out, boys.
I think we did it.
I think we did it.
I think you
Game
did it.
over.
Game over. Now we're gonna die next round.
Holy shit.
Into the
Now I need
Underdark.
some clothes.
New campaign.
Guys, that took us like 3 months. God damn it.
Let's hope we don't die.
We did it.
Holy shit.
Nice job.
Nailed it.
Nailed it. Ish. Sure.
We made it here.
Fiddy's other group is like 10 seasons ahead of us right now. Like
They
they're
made it out in
slaying
1
dragons
week.
and
Yeah.
shit. Yeah.
Like, we just jumped out off the waterfall and everything worked. Son of a bitch.
We tied our ropes together.
And I don't have my clothes on.
Well, that's why it's extra cold then. At least it won't
It's
cling
just-
like soggy leather jerkins.
Oh, leather jerkins. Tell me more.
Tell me more.
Nice. It was very good. Thank you so much.
GG.
Yeah, thanks, Fiddy.
GG.
GG.
GG.